here. It's Elder Scrolls gameplay. I'm gonna do a few things up top. Hello, by the way, this is a new layout, so if you like this layout, let us know. It's the work of Carter, who is on behind the scenes, making sure I'm doing the stuff right. I'll post it notes a little bit in that. I'll move here. All right. Quick update. Most of the leadership team, including Gilly, who is on these a lot, are over at Gamma. So if you're at Gamma, feel free to say hi. But in the meantime, if you have questions about things, feel free to ask them here. Any update on when we can expect the playmats? I believe they're shipping now, but I have no idea. Let me see here. So I am going to say this up top as well. The Thieves' Trove is included in the base game. If you are a person who did not back the campaign and is pre-ordering, there is no difference between the copy you will receive and the copy a backer will receive. Shannon is in the chat, so please let me know if I'm wrong, but that should be the case. So there's that. Thieves' Trove in your base game will be in every base game. No difference between campaign version versus retail version. They're the same game. That is the case for pretty much everything we do. Playmat shipping is temporarily on hold while we ship games. Correct. That makes more sense. We did get games today. Yes, how is audio now? We are still getting used to our new soundboard. It is hard to get that just perfect. But let us know. There is a giveaway for this live stream. We haven't said what it's going to be. Still way too low. Still low, but better. You can bump me, but also bump your source as well, folks. Carter will bump down the music from the intermissions and stuff. 30% other versus other channels. Interesting. Yeah, fully new mic array. The mics should sound better, but they might be quieter. I can also adjust the mic positioning as well, but it might make a sound. You missed a lot of stuff because of just one screen. Yes, correct. That was the impetus for doing this. Also, we had equipment coming when that was happening. That just hadn't arrived yet. So, Thieves' Trove included in the base game. There's a giveaway for this. We have not announced the game yet. Also, my voice is a bit low. That's just going to happen. We also have to have a lot of filters because our building has the heat on constantly because we live in Minnesota. It's very cold. My voice sounds like a heating system in a warehouse building. So those filters might be eating a little bit of my voice. But we are working on it. I see Carter fiddling. There's a giveaway. There should be a link below. If you have not filled out this link, and I believe last time I checked, there are more people watching this now than have filled out the form. So make sure to fill out that form. You'll be entered into a giveaway for something. You do have to be able to make an order through our website. Those are the regions we can send to because I'll be putting together a promo code. We have not announced what the game is, so I can put it up to a vote as well. Let's see. Giveaway for an unannounced game. That's how we're actually going to do all our new releases, is we're just not going to announce them. We're just going to do giveaways. They're very rare. I'll only produce like 50 copies. No. I'll put it up to a vote at some point, because we can either give away like one Victorum plus new expansion, or like a bunch of 20 strong base games. More people will get it, but it's, you know, less of a big monetary win. So we'll put a vote out at some point in the thing here. But in the meantime, just fill out the thing if you're interested in getting anything at all. My audio has been boosted by a fair margin. If it now sounds bad, let us know as well. That might happen with boosting. Any roadmap timeline for the Botsy expansion content? Yeah, expansion campaign is coming in the fall. We've not announced a date yet, but it's happening. I was in a meeting about it 2 days ago. Very cool stuff happening there. Everyone should be very excited. I designed some stuff. The stuff that's being designed by others is very exciting as well. Yeah, then don't compare my voice to the music ahead of time. My voice can never be as loud as music because I don't want to blow your ears out. And also, that's just not how I sound. We'll just bump the music down in the future. Just one expansion pack or more. I don't know exactly what we are saying for that. So, how do I sign up for the giveaway? There should be a Google form in the link below. If there is not, let me know, I'll add one. It is not the link to our web store. That is also there. There should be 2 links. Use the Google form one for the giveaway. I don't know about coming to Brazil. If this base game content has come to Brazil, it is likely. I cannot confirm though, because that is going to be, I believe, on the part of the partner that we are working for that. Audio was very quiet for you, I'm sure. Hoplo remastered with expansion. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I can stop the stream right now and get over to help with unloading the truck. That's true. I don't drive, though, so that might be a hike for me. What kind of stuff did I design? I don't know what I can say. There's going to be some skills that I worked on. I designed a class or 2. They're cool. If you saw Salem's post in the Discord, those are some of the things I worked on. Those dice that Salem showed. So giveaway in the form below. Please fill that out if you would like to be considered. Also feel free to ask any other questions. I will be happy to run through them as I go along. If you like this type of thing, if you like this type of content, if you like this channel, if you like us, if you like hearing us, be sure to like this video, be sure to subscribe to the channel, and make sure to share this with folks. Get everyone into the fold. We'll be likely to do more giveaways the bigger this channel gets, so that's just a thing as well. I like this shirt too. Thank you. I don't remember where I got it. All right, so today we are playing The Elder Scrolls Betrayal of the Second Era. We are playing in a region I have never played before. I've been assured that I'll be fine. The region is High Rock. And we are playing as a red guard, and we are doing the very wise decision of taking speech as our starting skill line. We are a talkative red guard. The whole mechanic in High Rock is unrest, so I think talking is going to be good. There was a lot of talk about talking at the top of this stream, so that's pretty, on point, pretty apt. I think we're all pretty good on theme here, so that's exciting. So I'll give a little description of the mechanic here. Having endured centuries of strife between the Bretons and Orcs, in addition to many other rogue factions vying for power, the province of High Rock continues to endure frequent unrest. That's the mechanic. At the start of the session, place a old book token on the 0 on the unrest track on the overland map. Over here. When triggering the Activate Province Effect step, increase or decrease unrest as determined by the day's symbol. When an encounter refers to unrest, it is referring to the specific number on the unrest track. In addition to the number itself, effects will commonly refer to the current unrest level. The unrest level is defined by the following ranges. 0 through 2 is peaceful. Sounds good to us. 3 through 4 is tense. Tense negotiations. 5 through 6 is 7 through 9 is chaotic. The effects of unrest are primarily felt in encounters and determine the strength of enemy skill native. The native skill here, which is Insight. Insight, I will mention here, is after this unit is defeated, all allied units heal for HP equal to the current unrest. So, if I start defeating enemies, the other enemies get to heal equal to unrest. The fun and weird specific thing about speech is you rarely defeat enemies with speech dice. They are removed from the board. They're specifically not defeated. So that's some fun rules lawyering stuff. Certain effects and encounters increase or decrease unrest. Immediately upon the completion of a side quest, the party may choose to decrease unrest by 5 minus party size. So for me, I'm one guy, that's going to be 4. Unrest cannot decrease below 0, cannot increase above 9. Because everyone's already feeling all unrested. And there is a delve feature. Multiple delve cards include the word swarmed. This effect has no function on its own, but various effects can impact the delve tile with this keyword during a battle. That is High Rock. That is the general gist. That is basically what my plan is here, is to tell enemies to get the funk out of here. What's this game about then? Is it any good? It is good. I like it a lot. What made me decide to go with this build? It is a weird build. So my thought process here. Speech is funny. Speech is also the main one that people, when they're saying you should not do a damage dealing build, that people bring up speech. And speech is a secret damage dealing build. Whereas you shouldn't take healing as like your starting line, because you flat can't do damage to enemies. Speech, you can either talk enemies into fighting with you, or talk them into fighting at all. Talk them out of fighting at all, not into. Speech also does not require a battle form, so it's going to pair well with magic. I mean, my build's going to be bad, so just a heads up. This is not a suggested way to play. It's my way I wanted to play. We were going to do a Roth stream, but you know, our only copy of Roth is currently at Gamma, so I don't want to play with our old prototypes because they're not indicative of what the game looks like. So we are playing Elder Scrolls. My thought with choosing the red guard, he has 1 cooldown. Usually not the best, but the upside, that's not an upside. Speech dice, when you use them, drain. They don't go to your cooldown. So why do I need a good cooldown? They're just going to be draining anyways. I'll just run out of dice. The red guard also has the ability Adrenaline Rush. Once per battle during your turn, remove up to 3 fatigue or status dice from your cooldown track. Heal for 1 HP for each die removed. If the total HP recovered exceeds your health stat, you can gain that. The difference is bonus HP. Because my starting skill dice are going to be draining often, I decided to go with the Spell Sword build as well. So the Spell Sword is once per turn, I may drain 1 available level 1 skill dice to trigger the effects of any of its instant sides as if you are performing an engage. Does not pair well with speech. I will say that right off the bat, because speech dice don't have instant sides, they have drain sides. So you might think that's a bad idea, but their X ability, so I can spend X tenacity to recover 1 drained skill die. The tenacity cost of this ability is equal to the level of the recovered die. Every single speech die has a tenacity, or has a level of 1. There's only 1 level in speech. So I can, for 1 tenacity, recover any of my dice for 1 tenacity. I can only do that once per turn, so that's going to be a pickle. But I can also throw enemies, or throw items at enemies, or heal by eating up items. I can do some other stuff that I will probably be using. To make this setup work, my character mat's a little weirdly positioned, so if I am looking off in a weird direction often, that is why. Yeah, the Roth PM closes tomorrow. I should have written that down on my card here. If you are interested in Roth, I really tried to get a 4-player game going for you, everybody who wanted to see that. It's very good at 4, but our copy's at Gamma. That's more important to show it there. That's for retailers to take a peek. It's very important. So the dice is drained even if the attack misses. No, but none of the speech dice have misses. So yes, it will always drain. If I don't choose to use a rolled result of a speech die, it will not exhaust, or not drain. It will exhaust. I'm pretty positive I'm correct on that. And then if I use speech dice for social checks, they will exhaust instead of drain. Nice Modok mug. Can we expect the next game to be Marvel themed? No. I don't think you can expect a licensed game from us other than Elder Scrolls for quite some time. Unless we do Fallout. I want to do Fallout. But we have no plans to. Pickle Simmer, you've heard your name now. You start with 2 level 1 skill, yes. I will also note, I'm not going to go over like how the rules of the game. It's a lot. There's videos. So check out our videos if you want to know how the game is played. You can pause this, you can come back to it. We'll likely still be live. Those videos aren't very long, which is great. But, you can always watch this later too. So we are in High Rock. We've set the unrest to 0. We are a red guard. We have speech as our starting line. We have 3 combat dice. I don't want to hit people. That is another aspect of this that I personally don't want to hit people if I can help it. It might be unavoidable at times, but what could go wrong? I don't want to kill any enemies. So of course we've chosen the High Rock quest kill list for the Dark Brotherhood. So we'll see how this goes with the pacifist run. Session snapshot. Choose to complete a number of assassinations that give you powerful rewards but increase the difficulty of the final clash. So that's our session snapshot. We are going to be starting in Daggerfall. So there's your Daggerfall. Yeah, so we've taken a contract with the Dark Brotherhood, right? So you're never actually joining the guilds, which is why you can do some of the wackier stuff where you're not actually doing guild sanctioned things, because they've just hired you, Okay. Also, one thing I will mention, I will be at Dice Tower West, and so will this game in the Hot Games room. If you are on the fence about this game, and you are going to Dice Tower West, that Venn diagram might be small, but it will be in the Hot Games room. So feel free to pick it up, look at it, play it there, watch the tutorial videos ahead of time, just jump right in. I believe that sounds about right, Eric. Pre-orders will ship after fulfillment. There's going to be some stragglers in there. We'll probably start shipping pre-orders. 1 or 2 people might, whatever. But there's going to be some crossover, but it's mostly just we wait till fulfillment's done, then pre-orders go out. I believe March, April sounds about right. I don't want to say for sure, but that sounds correct. Just finishing one campaign might be one of my favorites of all time. I like this game a lot. It's one of my favorites of all time. I play a lot of games, and this one's very good. So here is our setup text. This is complexity 2 as well, which I think I can handle. I think they go from 1 to 3. The Dark Brotherhood has received 4 political contracts from the same anonymous and well-paying source. Usually, when the client performs the Black Sacrament, the job gets done. But when a goateed orc named Gum relays your assignment, he idly speculates that something fishy is going on with this particular commission. His name is Gum, G-H-U-M. I like that. These 4 are all pretty high-ranking officials in their own cities, but beyond that, we can't discover any kind of connection, he remarks. Probably not a coincidence that these cities are the 4 poles of political power in High Rock, and given some of the area's recent factional disputes, these deaths will likely create suspicions about some sort of power grab. Not that that's really any of our business, but if I were you, I'd be worried that this assignment might put a contract on your own head. This sounds not dissimilar to what happened with me last time when my friend the Mud Crab betrayed me. In the end, he hands you the names of the targets, cautioning you to use a different method each time. I'll be talking to a lot of these folks.
Please leave the country.
Yeah, please leave. Otherwise, I can't confirm I'll kill you because I'm trying not to do that, but I will talk to you more. He hands you the names of the targets, cautioning you to use a different method each time. Best people not believe the same personnel are involved with each job, he says. Safer that way. He cautions you to use your best judgment regarding how many targets to eliminate and gives you the rendezvous point to receive final payment. There's a bonus for you when the job's done. Ooh, bonus. Also, we're not doing a full campaign run through today. Just thought I would mention that. This is going to be the one session we're doing, not front to back. We might do that again, but it is a lot. We lost our first campaign, but won the second one barely. Already starting our third one tomorrow. Can't wait. This game is so good. I love the balance of just barely making it through the games, which is what happened in our last one, which was so good for me. I was so excited. So our special setup instructions. We're starting in Daggerfall, as I said. Set aside quest unit Anchorite Deslandra. If the party size is 3+, it is not. So I will skip that. Deslandra is hanging out over here off camera. She don't need to be in camera. She's not there yet. Quest objective, travel to Daggerfall, Orsinium, Shornhelm, or Wayrest, and complete at least one of the following assassinations during the town encounter. Recommended by day 9. So I'm going to set some markers on the map. I've also done my solo setup, so I have removed any doubles of the skill lines, since you cannot take doubles. I will try my best not to teach the game as I play it, but I am kind of trained to do that. So I will say things like that. So we have a counter in Daggerfall. We're already there. We can't do that as our first thing here. Orsinium over here. Shornhelm over here. And Wayrest over here. Love it. Okay, so we're all over the map. So go to any of those, complete at least one of the following assassinations during the town encounter, recommended by day 9. All right, so we're starting on day 1, of course. If an assassination attempt is failed, the quest is not failed. You may attempt a different assassination, but cannot attempt the same assassination twice. One person's probably wary of you, so that makes sense. Each time you successfully complete an assassination, gain 3 XP during that day's reward phase and increase unrest by 2. You may proceed to quest step B16 at the end of any day as long as you completed at least one assassination this session. Yeah, translations are going to take a little longer. So, friends. Yeah, sorry, I'm going to read chat every now and then if I get distracted. I'm a distractible person, so that's what's going to happen here. So I've been given a list of assassination methods. So in Daggerfall, I can frame them for a capital offense. That's fun. Take 2 group town actions to set aside level 10 Breton Usurper. Different if I have a larger party. Gain the following persistent effect. The next time there is an unoccupied enemy deployment hex after enemies are deployed in a clash or delve, you must deploy the Breton Usurper to that hex. The next time there is an unoccupied enemy deployment hex after enemies are deployed in a clash or delve, you must deploy the Usurper. If this enemy is defeated at the end of the encounter, the assassination is successful. Okay. So that one's like setting it aside for later. Take 2 group town actions. So that's just every action for everybody. I mean, I'm one person, but in Orsinium, I can attack their retinue. Take 2 group town actions to initiate the following clash, which is outlined over here. When deploying enemies, use as many humanoids as possible. If the clash is successful, the assassination is successful. Kindle Pitch Arson is in Shornhelm. Take 2 group town actions. Man, this is just do it for town instead of doing town. Take 2 group town actions to choose 1 adventurer to make a lockpick check. 3, 2, 1. 5 attempts minus party size. If successful, the assassination is successful. Regardless of success, Shornhelm is closed for the rest of the session because I burned it down. Seems like a bad way to assassinate a guy. Poison Food. Take 2 group town actions to either collectively discard food items or consumables equal to party size, or have an adventurer drain Master Ritualist at Restoring Light skill die. Once the town encounter is completed, the assassination is successful. There's a few of those I can do without punching a single person, which is really, like, I don't think my character has, like, he doesn't like to not kill people. He just doesn't like to hit people. So I think we're good. So we have built our character. We're going to give them the name, good old Socrates, you know, for you Bill and Ted folks, because he's a, you know, a great talker of our, not of our time, but Socrates for people who have, for the uninitiated. Okay, so we're going to get started. We are starting in town. I don't know why I set this aside, because we need to go to Daggerfall. Daggerfall is going to be right over here. I don't know how great that's going to be for this. I'm going to stick my old post-it note right here. And yeah, make sure to check out that Roth campaign if you're interested in Roth. I'll just mention that again because I neglected to up top. The metal tokens within the Roth campaign will be going up significantly in price later. So pick them up now if you're interested. So Daggerfall, namesake of the Daggerfall Covenant. The city of Daggerfall is one of the most powerful in High Rock. Though its political and military influence is considerable, it is known as a city of traders and sailors. Traders with a D. And many have marveled at its views of the seas beyond Tamriel. So their effect here is Covenant Namesake. The first time a Breton, Orc, or Redguard adventurer takes a quest board town action this encounter, they may keep both side quests they draw. It's quite good. So there's 4 common items and 1 legendary in the town. Ooh, the Scald King's Patty Melt. And Crispy Cheddar Chicken. And then 1 legendary, the Glyph of Shock. I don't think glyphs are a thing I want to really even think about. Scald King Patty Melt. I eat it to heal each adventurer for 2. In solo, that's not a particularly strong item. Crispy Cheddar Chicken. I can discard it to place a collective total of up to 4 drained dice into my cooldown track. That seems pretty specifically good for the old talkative Redguard. Gotta load back up on Crispy Cheddar Chicken. So I'm going to spend a town action to get an item. Also in this town there are 5 trainers. There is an inn called the Rosy Lion. There's a guild kiosk, which would give me 2 quests because I'm a Redguard. As far as skill lines available to learn in the town, it looks like we've got Destruction Staff, Two-Handed, Ledger, Main, Illusion, and Shadow. The only one I'm particularly interested in right now is Illusion. Yes.
Question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Are you able to orientate town stuff so that it is facing with the countdown camera?
Is it not?
It is not.
Upside down?
Other way.
Oh yes, that makes sense. Sorry, this is gonna boggle my mind. The setup is wild in here. It's not gonna look that way to you. We've presented it, said it doesn't, but the way this camera is oriented is nuts. Roth's all-in reward has everything from the campaign. I think so. I would open up that reward, and it will say everything that is featured in it. I don't know if the metal tokens are included. Probably?
I'm checking now.
Yeah, that's a great thing for you to check. Bad thing for me to check. That's bad video. But, so
Roth all gameplay bundle is only gameplay, but the Roth all-in bundle contains
does it have the
a
art
base game, both expansion factions, metal troop tokens, the art book, the neon dice tray, and the full set of metal art prints.
So, if that didn't pick up, I have no idea how these pick up off camera. Everything's included in the all-in reward. All-in gameplay has Roth plus
The
2 expansions. That's it?
Yep.
Okay, so Roth plus 2 expansions is gameplay. Everything is the all-in reward. Otherwise, you can do the gameplay plus, metal troop tokens, plus art book, plus if you want to be more a la carte, you can as well. Okay, so illusion dice. I can kind of tell people to go away. The thing I like about the illusion is that I could roll it alongside the speech dice, because the fun thing about having a formless stamina skill line is that you can roll it in magic form, and then you can your stamina plus your magicka, which is great. Most things don't let you do that. So illusion seems fine as a choice. Could also give me a blind status, which would make an enemy fight for me. Kind of speechy to blind somebody. It's not. But they have a die called Pacify. If I'm a pacifist, that just seems like a no-brainer. Also, taking 2 side quests would be pretty neat.
Maybe you yell at them really loudly and then they go blind.
I yell at them loudly about peace and they just go blind. All right. So I'm going to take illusion. I don't know if that's great. I could get 2 side quests. I'm going to put that across from my magicka stat. So I don't think I'm going to heavy magicka. Who knows? But that's where that's going to go. I've also positioned my stats in such a way that lets me get up to 6 speech dice, because I do want to be a speech boy, you know. I'm discarding all the unused stuffs here. These all go back in the bag. So that was our day. So and the ordering on all this, I'm not going to remember it all the time, so I'm just going to advance the day counter, and then I'm going to do the effect, which is the little arrow up, which according to my little book here says that it will increase unrest by 1. Boop. That's fine. 1's fine. We're still good. We're still peaceful. Yeah, that's good.
That can be arranged.
Yeah, get them right on my shirt. Get the light blasting on them. I have my pen over here. All right, so we're into day 2, and now we can actually move. You have to spend your first day in town. That is why we did not move. So, what was the? This is important to know. Where do we want to go? I really want to prioritize the ones that let me lockpick, which is Shornhelm. All right, so Shornhelm, I'll move that up. And I want to prioritize Wayrest, because those are the ones that don't actually require me to like fight a guy to do them. I just gotta poison them. I already have enough food to do so. I would rather not poison. I would rather not poison my crispy cheddar chicken, because I would like to use that. I think it's better to do so. But I'm going to start making my way towards Shornhelm, I believe. And I mean, normally we suggest going to peacefuls right out of the gate. Don't try to do fights. And certainly in this build, that seems correct. So we're going to make our way up to Aldcroft. We're going to use 2 of our 3 movement. That's fine. We can lose a little movement there. We're doing okay. We've drawn the peaceful card, Lion or Lion. That works better in reading form than in speaking form. But it's lion as in the rar, or lion, like I'm lying to you. Or am I lying about this? A cart has appended at the bottom of this knoll. Its contents, a load of weapons and cured meats, are scattered across the ground. A harried Breton soldier wearing the banner of the Lion Guard surveys the scene, hands on her hips. Hill's steeper than it looks, she remarks, shaking her head. I can't afford this delay. The guard needs a restock to keep order after the werewolf nastiness in Camlorn. Werewolf. After you offer her a word of consolation, she thanks you, then pauses to size you up. Could you help deliver these to my fellow soldiers, she asks? You'd be offering great aid to High Rock. So, I have 3 options. I'm not on an unstable, so I can choose any of them. Top option is worth 2 experience. You commit to bringing the supplies. Persistent at the end of the next overland phase. If you are occupying Camlorn, I could be. If you're occupying Camlorn or any conflict landmark, reduce unrest by 3. If you are not, increase unrest by 3, then discard. Oh boy. Other option, you commit to bringing the supplies, but you have no intention of doing so. Increase unrest by 2. Each adventurer may search the common deck and gain the first 2 food or weapon items, then shuffle the deck. I mean, food can be poisoned. And these folks can be lied to.
You see the gears whirring.
Trust no one. She's likely a werewolf herself. That's good. You must select this option if the unrest level is at chaotic. Each adventurer is dealt 3 true damage unless they discard 4 items. Each undefeated adventurer then may draw 4 common items. I'm not going to choose she's a werewolf because I don't think that. She's talking to me. She seems fine. I do think I'm going to lie to her though. Because I've been told unrest is bad, but I haven't seen it. So I do know that the symbol today is this arrow, so unrest is going to go up by 1 more. But I do want food so that I can poison it. And I don't want to go to Camlorn, because that's another town right away. So we're going to escalate to tents. We're going to get 1 XP, which technically happens in the reward phase. Each adventurer may search the item deck. So we're revealing until we hit the first 2 weapons or foods. There's a... I wanted food. I can't eat weapons. So I've gotten the Rubidite Greatsword and the Hickory Ice Staff. Hickory Ice Staff could be good. Drain 1 combat skill die to add a status die to your roll. Apply the resulting status to your target or gain it yourself. That's pretty good, actually. And then I can overtax it to trigger the weapon's effect a second time, applying the second status die to an additional enemy or other adventurer in range. All right. So I have done that thing. I've gotten 1 XP. I'm going to do this effect right now just so I don't forget it. So unrest increases 1 more time for that effect. And I can spend my 1 XP. 1 XP is not enough for more speech. It is enough for 1 illusion. Illusions, Michael. Illusions. Place this die in a hex in range when an enemy will target you. You may place yourself in this hex. That seems good with the dumb things I'm trying to do. So I'm going to spend my 1 XP. I'll also track that on the XP dial, bringing me up to 3. I'm going to get level 1 illusion, which will start giving me access to higher level stuff. All right, so day 2 has ended. We are entering into day 3. I will take this moment to reiterate. Roth Pledge Manager closes tomorrow. If you want Roth for the lowest price you're ever going to get it, best place to go, especially for the metal tokens. If you have your eye on the metal tokens, you want to get them, you're even thinking maybe I want to get them. They are, I believe, going to double in price at retail. They are very expensive to make, much more expensive than we thought they would be. So if you want them or have even the inkling that you would like them, pick them up in that campaign. If you like this type of stream, make sure to give this stream a like, give the channel a subscribe so you know when we do more. And if you want to be entered into a giveaway for a mystery game that we will announce later, make sure to fill out the form that is in the comments, not in the comments, in the description below. Not the store link, the Google form. If you'd like to pre-order a copy of this game, if this looks fun to you, that's the store link. Check it out. Moving on to day 3. We are trying to get to Shornhelm or Wayrest. So, I have 3 movement once more. There is an unstable ahead. I think I want to go to an unstable. That seems so risky.
Surely you won't take 3 true damage.
Yeah, the werewolf would be terrible as the revealer. So I'm going to go to this unstable. That's where we're going. So the unstable, we will be rolling a die. I don't have a die roll camera, so I'm just going to do it here. Peaceful. Love it. You love to see it. So we got reaching out. While scouting your way forward, you come upon an unexpected sight, a reachman roaming the hills, carrying himself as if ready to cause havoc. It's rare to see a reachman so far west, but it's a good guess that if you've seen one, more of them are nearby. It may be this seems like something where unstable is going to be really bad. It may be prudent to alert the authorities so they can quash any sort of incursion before it gets out of hand. But maybe you shouldn't get involved. People tend to be a bit less open and trusting when there's a rumor of reachmen about. This one is called Reaching Out. Okay, no unstable. Love it. Don't tell anyone. No need to rile up the public. Or the reachmen are coming. The reachmen are coming. Ryan. Top option, reduce unrest by 5 minus party size. Set aside level 10 reach man. Oh boy. Unstable, do not reduce unrest. Ugh. Why would I choose that option? Persistent at the start of the next clash, add the reachman to the enemy pool and deploy it first. So reachman's a level 10 Skyrim enemy. So not only would I have to walk out of frame, but I would have to add a level 10 enemy to my next fight, a thing I do not feel equipped for. My other option is increase unrest by 2. If you are occupying Shatul Range or Bangkarai Garrison, increase unrest by 4 instead. I'm not occupying either of those. I know unrest is going to go up by 2 at the end of this day because of that symbol. Let me double check. I believe that's the case. Oh, man. I mean, we're speed running unrest, right? So let's choose option 2, increase unrest by 2. We're up to the end of dangerous before the end of day, so that's good. I'm gonna get 1 XP, and then end of day stuff we're gonna up to 8. We're feeling chaotic. I do need to take some side quests now because I desperately need to lower. That is a reach, man. Correct. Okay, so I have another 1 XP to work with. I have gained 2 tenacity because I've completed unstable. 1 tenacity can get me another illusion dice. I kind of want more path or more speech dice. Let's see. Man, oh man. Mesmerizing Grasp would reduce an enemy's range and movement to 1. Pretty good for me. Oh man, I'm so worried about the first fight that's gonna come in this. Okay, so I will use my 1 XP. I have purchased level 2 illusion. What is it called? Mesmerizing Grasp. All right, so end of day stuff happened. That was day 3. So we're on to day 4. I've not made a lot of progress. I mean, I'm making it towards the town, and I could take 4 moves to get to Shornhelm and do the dang thing. My cooldown is empty, so I can really make a lockpick happen kind of no matter what right now. So it's probably a good idea to do that. What's happening in it doesn't matter what's happening in Shornhelm because I have to use all my town actions to do the assassination.
I mean, you're just gonna burn it down anyway.
Oh, that's the burning one.
Right?
Yeah, that's true. Shornhelm has 8 trainers, and then you subtract based on the current unrest level, so Shornhelm would have 2 trainers. Yikes. I can steal from the shop. Yeah, this place sucks. Let's just burn it to the ground. Yeah, this place sucks. So we're gonna take a fatigue to move 4. My fatigue are over here. I'm adding 1 fatigue to give me +1 movement, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna get up to Shornhelm. I'm gonna move this over to Daggerfall because Daggerfall's a possibility. I am in Shornhelm. I would normally, I think I do still technically populate. I'm for time's sake, I'm not gonna. But you would technically discard those items if you're doing this because you're using all your town actions to do the thing. So I'm doing Kindle, Pitch, Arson. Take 2 group town actions. So me spending all my town actions. To make a lockpick check, I'm looking for 3, 2, 1, and I have 5 attempts minus party size, so I have 4 attempts. Easy. If successful, the assassination is successful regardless of success. Shornhelm is closed for the rest of the session. That's my classic pacifist. Fire starting isn't punching. All right, so yeah, if you liked that that classic pacifist quote, make sure to subscribe to the channel and like the video. So that's a 3. I'm looking for 3, 2, 1. I have 4 attempts. Yeah, whatever. I'll just keep rolling. Attempt number 2. Well, that's worse. Attempt number 3. Wow, these are some stinky dice.
High rolling and high rock.
Okay, last roll. Okay, so there's a 1 and a 4. I'll take 2 light fatigue. That's fine. To adjust that 4 to a 2. Bam. Did an assassination. I get 3 XP for that. That's wonderful. I mean, I do like that the biggest XP gains here are the assassinations that I'm not fighting in. I'm just doing some subtle assassinations. Was this day 4? I believe so. Let me know if I'm wrong. But I have 3 experience to spend, and I will do so. I think I'm just gonna buy. I'm gonna buy a speech die. Which one though? Which one? They're all level 1, so I have no restrictions. I can buy whatever I want. I might do Persuasive Will. That one lets enemies fight for me. Currently, I didn't even say this. The current one that I have are Intimidating Presence, which is the one that just talks people out of fighting me. I could buy the last one of that, though. I think that's really good, because when you roll them together, you can get really high health enemies out of your life, which is what you want. It does say non-quest enemies, so I will have to figure out how to get rid of quest enemies. Currently don't really have a way to do so. We'll figure it out. So, end of that day, I do have an Adventurer's Rest step. It does not specifically say I skip it. No. Oh, I increase unrest by 2, though, because I did an assassination. I liked because I forgot. Don't double like the video, unless you want to triple like the video. You always got to make sure to do an odd amount of likes on the video.
Hey, Santoro,
Yes.
you want to spend your XP?
No, I'll just take the dice.
And cheat?
I'll just do a little cheating. I also realize I have 1 cooldown, which is a thing I should keep in mind once I actually do a fight. During Adventure's Rest Up, I will remove a fatigue, though, and I'll regain a health. I don't need to. I'm at full health. Unrest is at max. That's pretty bad. I do... Oh, Shornhelm is closed, too, which stinks. Shornhelm closed.
It's not really closed if it just doesn't...
Yeah, I just made it not... I sent it to the cornfield. Alright, so my next one is Way Rest, and I want to poison some food there. So I do my end of the day thing. I look at the symbol. It's an arrow up, which is +1. We're at the max. See, this is exactly how I play Clank as well. If you put all your Clank in the bag right away, then plus Clank does nothing. It's just pure gains. That was the end of the day. We're moving the day tracker
you
up
overloaded the bar, right?
to day
So
5.
go down to 1. To 0.
yeah, we cycle back around. No, much like lockpick dice, you do have to do it the painful way every time. So, we're on to day 5. We have spent XP. I'm saving 1. I don't really have a reason that I want to not do that. Because 4 health is definitely enough. Nothing's proved otherwise. Nobody's hurt me. So it must be good. I currently have no damage dealing dice. I have my combat skills. Where should I go? I want to make my way to Way Rest. I don't want to discard my crispy cheddar chicken. I could take another unstable. That'll get me exactly halfway there. Let's do that. On to the unstable. This could be so bad. All of these could be all bad. Peaceful. See, I'm just a peaceful guy. Not a likely result on this die, by the way. Future imperfect. A stale odor wafts from the roadside stall of an elderly imperial with a matted beard and bloodshot eyes. Big things await you, he calls out, beckoning you over with a knobby wave. Toss an old man a coin and learn what the future holds. Your first instinct is to politely dismiss this old huckster, but then a glint behind the counter catches your eye, a remarkably fat sack of gold tucked away at the man's feet. Clearly, the locals put a lot of trust in the fortune teller. Maybe you should too.
What is the quest called?
Future imperfect. 2 choices here, both worth 1 XP. Ask about what you can expect on the road ahead. I may look at the top 3 cards of one of the overland decks and rearrange them in the order of your choosing. Or I can ask about the character of those you'll meet along your path. Draw 2 enemies from the level 1-5 enemy bag. Place them both on this card, selecting one to be a level 1 and one to be a level 5. During your next non-quest battle, if an enemy shares a skill with an enemy on this card, that skill is ignored. Oh, interesting. After that battle, discard this card and return the 2 enemies to their bags. I think I want that one. I like ignoring enemy skills more than I like looking at the next 3 cards, because I don't want to look at 3 cards. I'm on stream. Is there a date for retail release? For Elder Scrolls, it's pretty much just whenever we're done with fulfilling. That's kind of the biggest one. Is pre-orders will start to ship as soon as fulfillment is pretty much completed. If you want to place a pre-order on our website, great place to do it. Some stores might have it on shelves already. I have no idea. I am not in firm talks about the exact retail in-store release stuff. But I know our pre-orders will go out as soon as fulfillment is around in the bend.
We are almost fulfilled.
We are so close to fulfilled. I believe we have just gotten our last or second to last container. So
I believe we are second to the last container today.
Yeah, those metal pieces look awesome. That is very true. Check out the latest update on Roth. There's some new pictures, I believe, taken at Gamma of the new tokens. So they're looking pretty spicy, which is a good thing. You shouldn't eat the tokens. And we didn't do a treatment on the tokens that like the Nintendo Switch did with their cartridges that made them taste bad. But the metal tokens won't taste good. So just a heads up. Okay, so we've got this native rallier. We've got this divert enfeebler, and then we've got enfeeble. Okay, so enfeeble, I believe, is the one that gives me fatigue, which I don't like. While I'm making this decision, if you haven't filled out the giveaway form, fill it out. Don't you want to be entered in a possible giveaway for a thing? There's a description below. Why not check it out? And you know, if you want to be alerted to future streams, why not give us a subscribe and enable notifications? Pretty cool. Like this video. That takes a click. You know, who knows? If you already did it, do it 2 more times. It doesn't do anything. Okay, so by setting these aside, I will be turning off these abilities on the next fight, basically. So divert is the one where if I one-hit them, they're only gonna be down to 1 health instead of 0. That's fine, because then I could talk them out of the fight. I don't really mind divert so much. So I'm probably gonna do the level 1 side on that, because enfeeble's annoying, but both sides have it. Yeah. Enfeeble gives you light fatigue whenever they target you. I hate that. Native in this area is annoying. It heals up their teammates, so I might disable that. Rally's also quite annoying. I don't think I'll hit any other rally enemies, but that's basically if they're not the last enemy defeated, they'll summon an enemy from the bag to come help them out when they're defeated if they're not the last one. So I'm going to use this on its level 5, this on its level 1. Those effects are turned off for the next battle. I know at the end of the day it's going to do +2 unrest, We're maxed out. You know, secret strat. Nobody can tell you otherwise. It's all intentional. I will gain 1 XP from my option choice, and I will gain 2 tenacity for doing a unstable. During that end of day, I get to remove a fatigue. I already did the unrest meter. I can spend my 2 XP, which I would love to do. I think we should all get the folders. And if you mean the Deluxe Adventure folios, I think is what I have no idea what they're exactly called. But if that's what you're talking about.
Adventure inventories.
Inventories. Yes. Yes, those. Those are good. They're very nice looking. I don't use them on stream because they're not terribly good looking on camera. They're kind of annoying to use on camera.
They look fine on camera. It makes more
well,
sense
they look good for like pictures, but yeah, like as far as framing a shot of a held open journal is the not looking good on camera. Let me see. Have I missed the giveaway yet? No. Fill out the form below. I don't know when exactly we'll do it. I will close the form. I'll close the form as we head into the final step of the quest. So do it before then. I'll be reminding throughout. But then we'll do the drawing at the very end. You don't have to be here for the drawing either. So if you have other things to do, you don't got to stick around just to see if you've won. I will follow up with an email as long as you've provided me with a correct email for that. Where was I? Spending XP. I have 2.
There's a question in chat.
Yes. I wish you can select the color for the Deluxe Adventure inventory. I will just get 1 as I mainly play solo. Yeah, that's just a skew issue. Sorry about that. Yeah, the 1 pack comes with 1 color. The 4 pack comes with all the colors. There wasn't a great way to do individual skews for each individual color. So we just went with what was the most popular color amongst the vote or something. I don't know how we decided, but that was the thinking. It is the one that looks best. Am I using premium health chips? No, I forgot. But also I'm fine. We're not going to swap out. I hear you shifting over there. We have them, and they're gorgeous. Don't you shake those at me. I advocate for the base health. I like the base health fine. I actually like the premium health for this game better, but I always forget to include it with our setup. I am going to stop talking because I keep forgetting to actually do a thing. So I'm going to buy the pacify dice because I'm a pacifist. There we go. Which is that cool, maybe my favorite looking die in the game. It has this cool, like, wormy, smoky eye, or this, like, cool hand. Love it. Really neat. Neat die. Always got to work your way towards the pacify die. I don't want to spend my XP. Stop reminding me. I'm trying to pull one over. So I don't think I removed this yet.
You did.
I did? Yes, I did. Because this is the unstable.
Jeez, you just want to cheat, man.
I do. I want to cheat so bad. I just haven't done any fights. I'm so thrown off by not having done fights yet. I think it's a good build. I think I'll do okay in a fight. I am very wary of it, though. My XP's at 8. What's fun about Elder Scrolls, too, and I like this. I should have spent my 2 XP on cooldown. Doesn't matter yet. Is that you can always total up how much XP you had if you know what you started with. So, like, this die costs 2. So I know 2, 4, 5, 6. So I should have 6 plus my initial 2. 8 experience. Bam. Back to the beginning. Goodbye. I'll see you when you catch up to this stream. I love the sound of the base plastic chips better, but the feel of the premium chips is amazing. I agree. I like the clinkiness of the. It's good. It's a good clinkiness. It feels like being at a really cheap casino where they don't have the like nice chips. Speaking of casinos, I'll be at Dice Tower West. Be sure to say hi if you are there, and if you're on the fence about this and don't have it, it will be in the Hot Games room. Let's check it out there. All right, so I've spent my XP, did the end of day stuff. I'm advancing my day counter to day 6. Is that correct?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Cool. Day 6. I'm supposed to do this part of the quest by day 9, so I still have days to burn. And I kind of want to get the other one. I kind of wish I had something other than crispy cheddar chicken to discard. That's my one regret in life, is I don't want to give up my delicious crispy cheddar chicken.
Well,
yeah. I mean, I can. So here's the thing with the timing. All the shops populate, regardless of if I'm doing the thing. I choose to do 2 group town actions, so I can see if another food populates, and then I could take a town action there instead of doing the assassination. But I'm going to move into the town, into Wayrest.
Well, at least someone will have to eat it.
That's true. I mean, I want to eat it eventually. It's just been rotting into my. But this is crispy cheddar chicken I've been carrying around in my pockets for 5 days. Well, it's fine.
Maybe it's not really crispy anymore.
Is High Rock cold? Is it cold enough?
It's like soggy cheddar chicken.
Okay, so on to Wayrest. Wayrest is the Daggerfall Covenant's capital and one of its most steadfast partners. The city has weathered invasions with aplomb. Although recent power struggles within the Covenant have caused some residents to view their neighbors with more suspicion, despite this, the city remains a cultural and economic powerhouse, an apt ambassador to Tamriel of the Covenant's way of life. Oh no. How does that interact? Take 2 group town actions, either collectively oh boy. So I might not be. Okay. So if unrest level is at dangerous or higher, adventurers have 1 fewer town action. So I can't take 2 group town actions here because I don't have that to spend. So that stinks. I need to figure that out for myself. So since I can't even do that, we're certainly going to look at this stuff. I might be taking side quests here to oh yeah, we're using the back of the Elder Scrolls playmats. I don't wanna. We're using the back of the Elder Scrolls playmat today because of our orientation. As you just noticed, my hands are not coming in from a weird way. It's set up weird for the camera. So I had to turn it upside down. Man, there's no food. Wish I had someone who could search up some food. Mayhaps that would be a good thing to have. All right. So the Grim Harlequin Jack could get, or Jerkin. After an enemy engages you, gain any amount of overfatigue to roll that many untrained speech skill dice, resolve their effects, and return them to the supply. I mean, that seems pretty on point for me, the talkative one, but also I am training all the speech dice, so the number will go down the more I do that. Okay. Oswald Lucky Horseshoe. When populating shop, you may add 1 legendary to the selection. Alternatively, you may discard this item and spend 1 saved XP to choose either. Search any card. I don't have any XP. So I'm going to look at side quests because that is the way that I can lower the badness level. So, a simple token and pesky proselytizers. So I know I can do both of these without fighting. Because one of these is from the tutorial that I made. I'm going to choose simple token because I like it. A grieving imperial elder asks you to deliver a family trinket to the site of his son's grave. He always loved this thing, he whispers through muffled sobs. Choose an adventurer to draw 1 legendary. Place this quest under it. While occupying a peaceful landmark, that adventurer may discard this item during the reward phase. If they do, complete this quest and gain 1 XP. If the item is ever discarded before this quest is completed, discard this quest as well. So, my son, he always loved this Glyph of Sight. Big fan of glyphs. My son, that poor boy, I will certainly be discarding that. The fun thing about that side quest is that you can just sort of not do it. Like if it's a really good, like if his son always loved like this really cool item, you can use it in honor of him. I think I'm gonna just visit the quest board again. I'm trying to be responsible. I do only get one town action. You're correct. That's why I'm doing side quests. What am I doing? Okay, now we're looking for the top peaceful card to reduce unrest. Please. Oh, please. Oh, man, that's a +1. Okay, that's not going to do anything. This is going to remove. Can spend XP. I don't have any. Ooh, okay. So I don't know if I have... I think I kind of have to luck out if I wanted to. So how do I trigger the end game? Or the next portion of this? You may proceed to quest at B at the end of any day. Okay, so I don't have to have just done an assassination. Are the rewards from side quests good enough to warrant the town action? This reward is delayed and resting / town action. Yes, rest was not good for me because I haven't done any fights. So rest specifically wasn't enticing. Some of the items certainly were. Side quest will give me 1 XP, and in High Rock it will also decrease unrest by party size minus player count, so or by 5 minus party size. So it would decrease unrest by 4. I'm trying to get unrest down desperately because I want to take 2 town actions in that town to do an assassination. So that's my main thing right now. But now I have to think, this would be such a bad idea to take another town action there, get another side quest, hope that it does a peaceful thing. Because right now, 1 side quest will get me down to dangerous. And I need to be below. So I need to hope that the peaceful that I draw has the egg on it to also lower... I call it an egg. It's more like an eye. The symbol at the bottom. These aren't weird things I'm saying. They're normal, super normal. I'm going to go to this peaceful. I'm going to roll the dice. We haven't seen any of the symbol that lowers unrest. So hopefully... and please don't give me a peaceful that increases unrest further. Please, please, please. Undead, no hangover. Oh boy, that's such a bad symbol. A bedraggled Nord sorceress stands on a nearby hilltop, hailing you with a trembling wave. You approach with caution, but she claims she has a blessing to bestow, knowledge of life after death, gleaned from her time studying under Angoth the Gravesinger. The benefits of such knowledge are suspect. Life as a zombie doesn't sound very appealing, but the sorceress insists her technique has purified the infamous necromancer's methods. Simply allowing one to temporarily avoid the eternal night, no decaying flesh or mindless wandering required. The side effects are virtually nothing, she promises. I meant town actions in general. Yeah, I mean, in general, side quests are hit and miss for like if they are worth it, and that's I think that's really important. Some of them might give really good rewards, and some of them give you more experience than you normally would. Some classes really want you to complete side quests, but for the most part, if you've got like really good item options, I would typically go for those. But sometimes those just don't show up, and you're looking for a side quest. Sometimes you really want side quests. I like how many options are in towns typically. Because it gives you a lot to do. I am on a peaceful, so I get to choose because there is an unstable option. So the one I'm not going to choose, who knows? One man's curse is another man's mild inconvenience. Each adventurer must choose to either drain a number of available skill dice or lose tenacity based on current unrest. Lose tenacity based on current unrest. So it's dangerous, chaotic, so I would have to do 4. After resolving this encounter, enchant an adventure with the following: Necromancer's Curse. After the enchanted adventurer is defeated in battle, they may choose to gain 1 over fatigue to deploy to the hex where they were defeated at full HP. It does not decrease unrest. In fact, it's going to increase unrest by 2. Regardless, and I have to spend all my tenacity. Hello. Catch us later. I'll say hello in the future.
Smell you later.
Smell you later. Man, oh man. So, I don't want to spend all my tenacity because I'm probably going to do a fight at some point. And as much as a Necromancer's Curse would be cool because I get to come back to life, I would have to use all of my tenacity or drain 4 of my dice. Both very scary things.
I don't think Socrates would trust a necromancer.
Socrates might trust a necromancer. I do believe he was always saying one man's curse is another man's mild inconvenience. But he was probably also always cursing sorceresses. So let's gain 1 XP to increase unrest by 1. Hit strat. Can't go up higher. So do that. We will complete this side quest. Discarding this. This is happening after, right? During the reward phase. Okay, so this is going to happen like after everything. So that increase happens. Doesn't happen. Bam. This is actually important. Reward phase come before end of day phase. It is outlined on the, it's in the rule book or on the back of the tutorial, neither of which I have on hand. I will be getting 1 XP. So if you know if reward phase comes before end of day phase offhand, let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to play it as I would.
What happens in the end of day phase?
End of day phase is where I'm going to use the province effect, increasing this by 2. During the reward phase is when I'm going to be using this to decrease unrest. So that's the reason that timing is important. Important enough that I should probably just get up and grab the thing. 1 second.
Reward first. Reward first. Says person in chat.
I will believe them.
I mean, that sounds correct.
Yeah. So, beans. Okay.
You got bamboo.
That is the worst. That is the worst option. End of battle cleanup reward, and then the end. Yeah, that's what I figured. I just wanted it to not be that way. So I get to lower this by 4 because it's 5 minus party size. Then the symbol for end of day is going to increase it by 2. I know it's a different phase, but I'm just doing it so I don't forget. And then I'm going to spend my XP because I don't think I'm going to get to do another assassination, which real bummer. I like to assassinate.
Day 7.
I am on day 7 now? Or
on day 7.
Am I moving into day 7?
No, you're moving into day 8.
Yeah, I'm not going to get to do it. I'm up to 10 XP total. What's the next illusion dice? Mayhem. Place this die with 4 HP chips in an unoccupied hex in range. Enemies treat this die as an adventure, and party members treat it as an occupied hex. When all of this die's HP is removed, drain this die and recover up to 3 non-magic type skill dice. Place this die with 7 HP chips in an unoccupied hex in range. Enemies treat this die as an adventure. When an enemy targets this die, roll 2 enemy combat skill dice, deal a roll damage to the enemy unit before it uses skills. Drain this die. Otherwise, Voice of Rapture. Remove all status dice from all party members, then deal damage equal to the number of statuses removed. Remove all status from 1, then deal true damage equal to the number. I don't think I have anything that's giving me statuses right now, so I think I want to buy more speech dice. No, I gotta buy a cooldown. I can't keep forgetting it because I'm not doing fights. I'm just not thinking about my cooldown, and it's gonna suddenly be terrible when I'm actually in a fight and I have 1 cooldown. So I'll be responsible. I will spend my cooldown properly. So unrest is still quite bad. We're going into day 8. Oh, you go back to town, get another side quest. I don't know what the final part of this is. I probably have to go somewhere. What do I want to do? What do I want to do? Oh, this is the thinkiness. It's day 8. Day 9 is a recommended. It's not have to. So I'm going to go back to town. Go back to Wayrest. It's still pulled up. Let's see the item. No, I mean, let's see the side quests. All right, let's do the items. Technically, I'm supposed to. And there is a dang old food in there now when I can't do an action to do it. Broom a jugged rabbit. 2 legendaries. Sustaining Corset and the Sigic Domino Pig. Love that guy. I should have taken the double side quest up top. Should have done it. Okay, so I've got Dressed to Skill. An Orc Bounty Hunter asks for your help understanding the region. Many around these parts have harnessed a very intriguing set of skills, he bellows. Help me analyze their techniques and I'll count you among my honored rivals. Might even help give you an upper hand down the line. After a party member defeats a non-quest enemy with skill native, you may choose to place it on this card instead of the defeated enemy stack. After three enemies. I'm not defeating 3 enemies. What are we doing here? That's not the pacifist way. By the quest board, you spot a huge Khajiit wearing Circle of Champions garb and spoiling for a challenge. Quest unit Big Bad Basri becomes a companion controlled by the party. During your next non-quest battle, keep track of how many enemies are defeated by units other than Basri. If Basri is defeated or if the encounter has failed, discard this quest. When the battle would end, instead remove all undefeated enemies and set the round counter to 1. Big Bad Basri heals for HP equal to the number of enemies defeated by other units and is now an enemy. The battle objective changes to eliminate Big Bad Basri. If this encounter has failed, the original encounter is also failed and you must discard this quest. If this encounter is successful, complete this quest, gain 1 XP. An adventurer may also search the deck for the Berserker's Medallion. If the side quest is discarded while she's in battle, she becomes an enemy. I'm going to take the Big Bad Basri side quest. We're going to do our first battle. That's what we're going to do. I only have 1 action because unrest is still quite bad. We're still in dangerous? Oh, still in chaotic. My goodness. Okay, well, hopefully I can push it a bit further. Okay, I gotta grab Big Bad Basri because I did set the other quest units aside. Alright. Always never have exactly what I want. Not an Elder Scrolls questions, but you've thought of making a game with miniatures instead of chips. I know the name of the company isn't Miniature Theory Games, but just wondering if it ever came up. I can pretty confidently say no. We're just not a minis company. I mean, honestly, as someone who likes minis and the look of them, and heavily before working here, I would have been like, why would I ever play a game without minis if I had the option? All the information's right there, man. Like, that's... I hate playing with minis now, because I just don't tell you anything. They tell you where the guy is, but that's it. Which is cool. But, yeah, you get so much information on a chip, or a card, even. I like Gloomhaven for those reasons as well. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I do think the minis in Burn Cycle make it an actively better game. Like, I think the minis in Burn Cycle are so essential that if you have Burn Cycle and you do not have the minis, do yourself a favor and pick them up. They're really good. You don't have health stacks in them, so you can just zip your characters around the board. It's great. It's great. They give them little handles. It's awesome. Much like the original Dunkin' Donut. A donut built with a handle. Look it up. It's really weird. I added Big Bad Basri. That was my quest. I have my Adventurous Rest step. The day's increasing. I look at this, please. My goodness, that's another increase. Increase by 2. Okay, well, this might just be a lost cause. I don't, Because even if I could reduce it by 4.
You did burn down a town.
Yeah, I know. I did the thing bad. I understand this. This is my fault. Also, the fights probably have more decreasing unrest than the peacefuls do.
Probably.
That's my guess. Yeah, it is kind of our signature thing. So, like, if we were to do something more miniature-based, it would likely come out of, like, Neon Knights more than anything. But even then, I mean, Roth has minis. And those are essential. They are just the pieces. They're really cool too. I don't know if we'll ever make a 5-player game. It's a great question. It's a specific play count. I think this game, as somebody who has demoed and taught this game countless times, I swear I could not tell you how many times I have shown people this game at conventions, walk people through 4 players. I think a like Dungeon Master style way to play this game is something I would love to think about, because running the game and then you could run the enemies efficiently and not like an AI, and then you can add a little zest to it. I think that would add a great 5th player spot. But 5th player expansion is such a puzzle, I think, that I don't know how we could solve, because in Bones it's certainly just not feasible because of how small the battle mat is. Currently, if you had 4 players with 4 companions, that eats up every single Gearlock like deployment hex, which is possible. We'll probably do a stream at some point doing that very thing.
You also could play Roth at 5 player if you
add. Technically, you can play Roth at
dice.
5. You just need to.
The game doesn't come with enough.
Doesn't come with enough action dice, but
yeah.
It plays like there's no specific deployment areas for players. There's 4 deployment areas, but it's all just one shared area anyways. So
that is also not our stamp of approval that that's a good game mode and that we have tested that.
Yeah, we've definitely not tested Roth at 5, but I have definitely talked about how it could be played at 5 during the campaign. So
I think one of the game's strong suits is how hectic it is at 4 players, because it's really fun.
Yeah, so the more hectic Roth would get, the better. I would agree. Okay, so our chaotic we're at 9 unrest. We're in day 9. It is recommended by day 9 that we do that by day 9. If I take 2 more days to try and do all of this dumbness, and then it tells me I have to go across the map, that would be really bad. I think I would flat lose. So that might be just a bad option. Man, what do I want to do? Discard of food. I mean, if I do a fight, that'll just be day 9. If it goes bad, I can still just go to the end game. And then I have 10, 11, 12 to figure it out. I think that's fine. Yeah, because I'm on day 9. Now, let's go do a fight. And just fingers crossed that it goes correctly. Yeah, let's go do a fight. I mean, I've got Basri with me now. She can do the fight. I mean, I'll have to punch her afterwards, but that's can stack. That sounds so miserable to keep track of, but man, that'd be chaotic. I do love chaos in my games. All right, so we're gonna pop over here to do a fight. This is gonna go so badly.
That is such a good comment.
Rumor monger. Oh yeah, I have seen Cloudspire games at sizes that are wrong. You can play Cloudspire flat out is a game you can play at 5+. Should you? I don't know. But you have as much space as you have bases to deploy properly, basically, in Cloudspire. And I believe Ryan's talked about playing a 7-player game that you shouldn't do that. But I think you can.
As long as you want to spend the next 8 hours of your life.
Oh, 8 hours is generous for a 7-player game of Cloudspire. I think you're in for 12, maybe. Who knows? I mean, if you're efficient players, maybe not. Anyways, rumor monger. In times of trouble, call us on the double. Rumors spring up faster than weeds, and legends and myths are born with little basis in fact. Though this often leads to fear and mistrust, it can do much for travelers who wish to be left alone. With bandit attacks so prevalent in High Rock, you've listened with interest to new reports of the Plague of Hrothgar, whose description sounds an awful lot like you. Hey, I haven't even done a fight yet. If you identified yourself as the Plague, you would cut quite the intimidating figure for any thinking of crossing you. On the other hand, you might also cause a panic. So I can pretend to be the Plague. All enemies deploy with minus HP based on the current unrest level. So if it's chaotic, enemies would deploy with minus 3 health. Woo! Or I could just be myself. Dragons of Etchinstone campaign launches on April 8th. You can follow the campaign page now, I believe.
Yes.
I played the game yesterday, the current version. It's good. It's very good. Or I can just be myself. If this clash is successful, reduce unrest by 2. Reduce unrest by 2. I wish I knew what the day symbol is going to be. So reduce unrest by 2.
Is that for all options?
No, reduce unrest by 2 is for just be myself. Okay. If I reduce unrest by 2, we'll be down to 7. If I reduce it by 4 more, we're down to 3. And then I could go to the town. I could do the poisoning. That would put me at day 10. I would have 11, 12.
You'd have 2 days
to do the end game.
The back half.
Oh, man. Does the back half make me go across the map? That's the thing that's worrying. Because if they suddenly want me to go back to Daggerfall, I'm done, so... Although Wayrest might have a set sail option. And then I could go to Aldcroft, and then I could go to... I don't know. I mean, I did it. I did this thing to try and do the thing. So I'm going to try to do the thing. We're going to do just be yourself. You know, I'm all about being myself. So this might be out of frame now. So we'll see. Instruct me, my man. Because this has to go here. Right? No. Opposite. Like that? Why is this so hard for me to understand what's happening? Is it like this? Oh my goodness. Oh, it's like that. My God. That took too much brain math for me to puzzle out. Okay. So we are... Yeah.
You're going to need to adjust the top there.
Boo hiss. Oh yeah, you're very correct. I mean, let's see. So we're gonna pull this
zoom
here.
it out a smidge. You have almost the whole thing in.
Yeah, I'm just trying to positionally
Yeah,
little
leave
more.
it right there. Right there.
And then this is gonna get wiggly.
Want a little more smidge? Perfect.
Latency is actually pretty good on this stream. There's very little delay, which is nice. That shake is crazy. Okay, so I am deploying enemies. My XP is 10. I am I deploy 1 level 10 enemy. Oh, that blows. Oh no, this is terrible. I think it's Big Bad Bazzery. Oh, it doesn't matter. I'm not going to defeat the enemy.
Oh.
Goblin Shaman.
Talk to him very sternly.
I'm going to let Bazzery handle it. Is mostly what I'm getting at here. And hopefully they defeat each other, right? Because she doesn't heal unless I defeat something. Which I ain't doing. Okay, Goblin Shaman, going right there. We got a common item. Since I have a 10 XP pool, we are not spawning anything else. It is just one 10-point enemy. This is 10 times 1. What a weird... You would think I planned it, but actually this is actively less good for me, because I would like more enemies to beat up on Bazzery. I'm also just now noticing how low my health stat is. Quest unit Big Bad Bazzery becomes a companion controlled by the party. During your next non-quest battle, keep track of how many enemies are defeated by units other than Bazzery. If Big Bad Bazzery is defeated, or if the encounter has failed, discard this quest. So I want her to get punched, but not all the way down, because I want to defeat her. Which is going to be like a friendly bout afterwards. I can do punches there, I swear. When the battle would end, instead remove all undefeated enemies. That won't happen, because there's no condition in which that can happen. Battle will end when we are either done. Big Bad Bazzery heals for HP equal to the number of enemies defeated by others, which will be 0. I'm making that promise. I'm not going to defeat an enemy. And is now an enemy. The battle objective changes to eliminate Big Bad Bazzery. If this encounter has failed, the original encounter has also failed. Ooh. If this encounter is successful, I get the medallion and 1 XP. Okay, so if I complete all this, I will get 3 XP, and that's going to be wonderful. And I will also get to reduce the unrest by 6, which will put me in tense, and then fingers crossed that we will not go right back into dangerous. So we have set up. I think this is a good deployment. My magic is bad. I just realized how not good my range is. Does illusion care about range? Hex in range. Targetable non-quest. Oh no. Oh, okay. Alright, so our Goblin Shaman has Recover and Rot. So whoever defeats him will get A over Fatigue, I believe, is what Rot is. Yes? Yes. So Bazzery should do that. And then Recover, at the start of this unit turn, it will heal for party size HP. Great. Then Bazzery has Cornered and Rush. So this unit deploys with an additional 2 HP for each undefeated adventurer. So she has 2 additional HP. And she has Rush. So she will double her movement if she can't reach an enemy. Which unfortunately she will not be able to reach this enemy right away. I kind of want to... Oh man, I have to get close to him to do this, which stinks. I'm going to go 1, 2, I have a movement of 3. I'm so full of stamina. So this is round 1. We're starting up the fight.
That is a good point. Can you ignore any of the enemy skills?
No. I would love to. I would love to ignore enemy skills, but the skills that I chose to ignore are Enfeeble 1, Native, and Rally. Neither of which does the Goblin Shaman have. So what I am going to do with this turn is I have gotten within 2 hexes of him. I am going to roll some dice-a-roonies. So we're going to roll these 2 magic dice. We're hoping to reduce his range and movement to 1. And we're hoping to put a decoy out for him to punch. That is my Magicka. I'm swapping into magic form for that. So we will get that going. Let's see here. Oh boy, okay, all right. So we'll get some tenacity. Classic me move here. I'm glad I upped my cooldown. Let's see. I think that's... Sure. Yes. Okay. Not a particularly good one to get going here. I think I might die instantly if I don't do something else. So, yes. We are swapping into defensive battle form, gaining a fatigue to do so. We're rolling 3 because we have a stamina of 3. That's a little better. So we've got 3 shield up. I'm doing this because this shaman has a range of 4 and rolls 3 attack dice. So odds are not small that he would end my life instantly if we were to touch. Okay, so I have taken my turn. I could take another action, but all I would do is blind the shaman or daze it. Daze might actually not be bad. This unit cannot roll dice on the same turn it moves. No, it won't move because its range is so dang high. Alright, yeah, I will pass there, and then it will be on to the companion's turn. My companion here has a range of 1, health of 9, 7 plus 2 because there was one undefeated adventurer. She rolls 3 attack dice, though, which is very good. We'll move her 2. She's still not close enough, so I'm going to move her 2 more. Or 1 more.
Dash.
Yeah, she has rush, so she can double movement. Let me see. Okay, so that is her move. She can't roll dice because she has chosen to double movement, or I've chosen that for her. Goblin Shaman will now take its turn. It has no health to recover, and no one has defeated it, so rot will not happen. It rolls 3 attack dice. That's 3. I take 3 to my shields. Basri has 1 defense, so she will take a total of 2 damage. Alright. Okay, so then we're on to round 2. I have my cooldown. I will get my illusion dice back. We're hoping for a better result this time. I'm going to use them before moving. Yeah. Okay. Rolling the same 2. Better luck. Come on.
You're in magic form?
I have switched to magic form as part of that engage. Do I want to add? No. I want Bazzer to do all the fighting. So I'm going to put that on that fella, which is great. That's exactly what I wanted. That's another tenacity. I'm at full tenacity. That's going to go there. So the Goblin Shaman now only has 1 range and 1 movement. So as long as I don't hang out with him, he won't move because he already has a target. When will the shipping to backers be done? Very soon. We're on the final, I mean, at least in the US. We're on the final-ish container. I believe we're on the final 1 of 2. 1 container after our current one, I believe. Other regions, I'm not sure at the moment. I'm going to use my full 3 movement. 1, 2, 3.
Campaign for the most recent updates on
check the updates on the campaign for the most up-to-date stuff. I'm going to move my full 3 lockpicking as I pass over this. Technically that happens as I move, but I'm just doing it as I go. So we're drawing the top legendary here. So we have 4 attempts to get 3, 2, 2, 5. That's an objectively bad roll. So I'm just going to re-roll it fully. That's a little better. I'm going to gain 1 fatigue to turn that into a 3, so I can lock in my 5. My fatigue over here. Roll these. Looking for 2s. I got 2 more rolls. My goodness. So I could take 7 fatigue. 3, 6. I believe that maxes out the cooldown if I do it. Man. That's certainly unlikely to be worth it. What's my race ability? Once per battle during your turn, remove up to 3 fatigue from your cooldown track and heal for 1 HP. Yeah, I mean, that's not the worst. Yeah. Here's the... Just heard about Roth. Looks great. How difficult for non-board game players would it be? Roth is really great to get to the table quickly and easily, honestly. Like, it's a great place to start for this stuff if you're new. Like, it is not the, like, massive puzzle that Too Many Bones is, so definitely a great place to start. Is the 6th container enough to fulfill backers? Yeah, definitely should be. I believe most of the pre-orders are on that as well. Thank you for the reminder. I do need 7 light fatigue. I need that.
Do it.
The great thing about playing at solo is that you'll never run out of light fatigue. So I'll gain 7 light fatigue to adjust the 2 dice. My cooldown looks awful.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's exactly enough. The House Hexos Curus. After an enemy engages you, gain 1 tenacity. That's pretty good. I'm at 5.
What's the over?
Overtax effect. After an enemy engages you, remove 1 HP from each adjacent enemy and place them under your adventure. That's actually very good, but it is the overtax effect, so it should be. I am just going to use my once per battle ability to remove 3 fatigue. I don't like what I've become. I'm so tired, so I'm going to do a quick jog. I can gain up to 3 health. I'm at full health, so I'll gain that as bonus health. And now my once per battle has been used. Okay. Let's see. And I can do that again, actually, if I really wanted. But I think I'm good for the moment. So I'll pass the turn. We're on to Gold Bazri, who's going to roll 3 attack dice. You got this. You got it, girl. He's got 1 defense. Okay. That's good. So that's 4 damage, minus the 1 defense. So that guy's going to take 3. He's down to 2. And he's going to... That's her turn, so he's going to recover 1. Putting him back up to 3. He's going to attack her right back. His range is 1 now, and he already has a target, so he's not going to seek... See, he could move here, technically, right? So, I mean, he can't, but you would think he could. But rules-wise, he already has a target, so he's not going to move. So he's just going to attack Bazri for 3... with 3 combat skill dice. Don't kill her, come on. Okay, so 3. She has 1 defense. She takes 2. Beat each other up. That's what I'm looking for. So we're on to round 3. I'm just going to be lockpicking. I recovered 2 dice. This is great. Great for a magic user like me. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. I'm going to lockpick that as I go. We've got 6, 3, 2 that we're looking for. I've been so butts at lockpicking this. Okay. 6. Yeah, that's fine. I'll take 1 fatigue. I'll take 1 fatigue. That sounds great. All right, so we got a Nightwood bow. Boo. This is so specifically bad for me. Into the pack it goes. Not even gonna read it for the camera. It is unusable for my current build. I need to have bow dice specifically to make it any good. What's my favorite skill line in Botsy? That's so hard to say. I like a lot of them. I would probably say Destruction Staff. It is the only like really heavy damage dealing magic line, so that might change as new content comes out. Light spoiler, there is more damage dealing magic lines.
My favorite acrobatics, if it matters.
Carter's favorite is acrobatics. I love acrobatics, but I love acrobatics paired with two-handed because the fatigue makes the acrobatics stay very long, and I like that the more tired you are, the longer and faster your character gets, which is like the longer that acrobatics die stays in there, it's great. I love so many of the skill lines because I also like speech a lot because it's very funny. All right, so that was me doing a lockpick. I did my movement. I'm going to swap back to defensive as part of an engage. I'm just going to roll some shields. I'm going to do kind of bad at that and get more fatigue, which isn't great. Yep. What are my effects?
Centauro.
Mm-hmm.
Speech dice don't work on Bosser, do they?
They don't. Speech dice don't work on Basri. She's a quest enemy.
You wanna like save your combat dice then?
No. I've got a plan.
What's the plan?
Don't worry about it. I do hope that she gets smacked a bit more though before she finishes this fella off. That's my secret true plan here. So she's going to attack. I would like her to roll 3 damage instead of 4 this time around. She has rolled 3 damage instead of 4 this time around. He has 1 defense, so he is reduced to 1. His turn begins, so he gains 1 back. He's going to roll 3 against her. Please don't kill her. Sick. Okay, that's 2 more. She's down to a healthy 3. Okay. This is great. I'm loving it. Round counter to 4. I mean, we are getting a little long in the tooth on the rounds, which is worrisome a bit. Combat skill die recovered, and illusion die recovered. I am gonna roll that illusion die once more. Yeah. Do I want to roll the other one? I don't think so, because Azri can't get any status effects, so it doesn't matter. Okay. We're walking the knife's edge with this one. Daedric Summons is great. I like that one a lot. Whoa. I probably should have spent some before, but I don't think I... No, I just got nothing I want to use it on right now. I'm saving up. Okay, so that was my really good attack that I did. And I was in Magic to roll that. Do I want to move? Potentially Basri kills him. Odds are that she does right now. I would love to be... I am already close enough to run up and punch her as soon as that happens. Set their own counter to 1. Big Bad Brazy heals. Battle objective changes to eliminate if this encounter is failed. Okay. I think we're good. So, I'm just going to pass. I'm feeling okay. Basri is going to take her attack. Perfect. Exactly enough. Kills this fella. That illusion die is exhausted because the enemy was defeated. Now she heals for the amount of enemies she did not defeat. She is the only one who has defeated an enemy, so she heals Nunzo. And now it's a fight between us. We set the round counter die to 1. She is at 3 health. That's 1 more health than I want her to be at. So we are going to see what happens now. Gain 3 tenacity. See, I said I had a big plan for this, and I kind of do, but it's like not great. So, I mean, I recover for the turn. I got my 2 fatigue back. I did need those. So that's great. Let's see. What was my plan? It was all tenacity abilities. I have to get rid of my cool clothes, which is not ideal. Oh, man. And that doesn't get her, is the problem. So, what we're going to do, pacify, I can still roll it, which is what's important here. So, she's 3 away, so I can't do anything to her right now. Doesn't matter if I'm right up on her. So I'll get there, because we want to be adjacent for an effect. So I'm going to be in Magic. Oop. Rolling this die. I'm using my Hickory Ice Staff. Drain 1 combat skill die to add. I will drain this one from my cooldown, because it doesn't say available. It just says 1 combat skill die. If I'm wrong, let me know, but I'm pretty sure if it doesn't say available, it can be from anywhere. Drain 1 combat skill die to add a status die to my roll. Maybe I'll actually be from here. That's actually where I moved. Adding this status die to my roll. Just in case I roll a stealth. Oh, why am I... No. If I roll stealth, this is good. That's why I'm doing it. I can't place a stealth status die on her. But also, if I drain this combat skill die, I'll get it back quicker if the fight ends here. Alright, so neither of these are going to do much. But that's part of the charm of this. Oh, I wanted to be next to her. That's why I did this. Beans. Okay, so this does nothing. That's fine. So I will choose not to use that. No. Oh, I can't choose to use it. Oh, it doesn't anyways. Yeah. I can still place it on her. This is a weird thing. So I can place this on a targetable, non-quest enemy. No, I can't. Yep. Because it would place it on her, it would skip its turn. Replace with a daze, it would skip its turn. Does round counter continue or start over now? Round counter just restarted, so we're back at 1. Oh man. So this is not going swimmingly anymore. It felt fine, but it feels worse now. I felt in pretty good shape. Okay. So let's see. So we're going to go spend 1 tenacity. We're in a magic form. We're going to discard an item, then heal for 3 on that full. If I discarded a legendary item, also deal 3 damage to an adjacent enemy. I'm going to discard the House Hexos Curious. I'm going to throw clothes at Basri so hard that it does 3 damage. She has 1 defense remaining. I contend that this is not me fighting. I'm disassembling some clothes and she's just getting caught in the crossfire. And then I will spend 3 tenacity to use Reaving Blows. I will have to switch up my battle form beforehand, which will give me a fatigue. I will drain an available warrior type skill die. My combat skills are warrior type. Then deal 2 true damage to a targetable enemy and heal for 2. 2 true damage to Basri. She is Gonzo. I have defeated she defeated the combat, and I defeated her. So I get 3 experience. And I get the Berserker's Medallion as well. A good item, especially for me, the Spell Sword, because I can use its effect and then just throw it away once it's used. I will explain that as I draw it. Alright. Berserker's Medallion. It's a keepsake. If this item is right side up, you may flip it upside down to take 1 free turn after your current turn ends. If your adventure is defeated while this item is upside down, flip it right side up. So normally I'd have to get defeated to refresh the artifact. For me, I'm probably just going to use it and then throw it at someone like I just did with my clothes. Yeah, that does.
If you'd taken the Necromancer's like zombie buff or whatever, you could have probably reflipped it again, right?
Yeah. I think there's one.
Cool.
Yeah, solo Necromancer was interesting. That's what I did in the longer run. So that's going to go into a ready slot. I get to recover my drain dice, which is great. I'm going to exhaust my active dice, which is less great. I've got my 3 XP. I will remove bonus HP is lost at the end of the fight. I do get to remove a die of my choice during the whatever step. I believe it's the rest step. What die do I want? I'll take the blinding die because I'm not going to see it for a long time, it looks like, unless I visit an inn. So also I got that 2 XP plus the 1, so it's 3. I got the Berserker's Medallion. This side quest was discarded from being completed, so I get 4 unrest reduction. I get an additional 2 unrest reduction. We're going down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's 1 peaceful symbol that could really ruin my day. I've seen a lot of it, so hopefully that means I don't see it now. I have to preface this.
Do you get any extra XP?
I got the 1. So I had 2 from the encounter, 1 from the side quest, and then I also got the Berserker Medallion. So that's also, for the person asking about side quests being worth it, that was extra fighting, and that was a town action, but I got an extra XP, and I got a specific good item. So, like, they can certainly pay off, and also the unrest reduction, very useful. No symbol on this peaceful card, wonderful. Nothing happens to the unrest. We're staying tense. I love it. We're up to 13 XP total. I am spending XP. I did that in the backwards order, but I wanted to see what was going to happen next. So this is how I can easily track how much XP the next thing costs.
We're on day 9, going into day 10.
Yes, correct. We're on day 10, so... Oh, no, is that real? That's so bad. So I can go to town, do the assassination. That'll give me 3 more XP, and put me into the endgame at the exact correct amount. If the endgame wants me to travel a bunch, I will only have 2 days to do so. So let's see. 3 XP to spend. I can buy another cooldown slot. Based on my current cooldown, that seems so dang necessary. But also I'm really close to becoming a master spell sword. The requirements for that being for me to have a total of 8 skill dice across combat skill line and mage skill type. So I currently have 6 because I have 3 illusion and 3 combat skills. So if I train 2 more across those types, I would be a master spell sword, which is quite good. But I don't really want the level 4 illusion dice. And I'd kind of be betraying my speech roots by doing so. So I think I'm going to spend my 3 XP on a cooldown slot. Because that feels responsible and correct to do. So that was day 9. Spent all my XP. I actually spent my XP this time. Everyone can applause. I'll hold for applause. Making my way back to Wayrest. I'm going to spend 2 town actions. 2 group town actions to do the thing, which makes me poison food. Take 2 group town actions to either collectively discard consumables equal to party size or drain Master Ritualist, which I do not have. So I'm going to, sadly, poison my crispy cheddar chicken to do an assassination, which will give me 3 XP. Tracked over here. It's going to increase the unrest by 2. We're back to dangerous. I've done 2 assassinations. Acrobatic class, acrobatic skill, 2-handed and heavy armor. That sounds so good. That sounds so exactly a thing I would love to build. I love acrobatics and I love 2-handed. And when they mix, okay, so I've poisoned the food. I got 3 XP. Unrest increased by 2. We also, I'm just going to do this so I don't forget. That fork symbol is going to increase unrest by 2 more. We're back to chaotic. Good. That's what we like to see. I have tracked it over here.
I missed that show.
3 XP. I'm going to spend it on... What do I want to spend it on? Speech? Probably. Oh, man. It seems so wrong to do. But that is what we agreed on, and that's the assignment, you know, is the speech. Notice I used not a single speech dice in the last fight, too. So I'm going to buy this Fiery Eyeball. That lets me persuade an enemy to fight for me. And that's going to cost me 2 XP. I might as well ready this bow that I drew. It's not really a reason to do it. Unless I overtax, that's so specifically fine. I can buy a health. Yeah. That's so... I hate health. I hate health. But you did see how much healing I was doing there in that last fight. Healing that was unspent, basically. So 1 XP on health. So this is what peak performance looks like, or whatever that meme is from a while ago. So I'm gonna choose to move on to the next quest step as we're moving into day 11.
This is what an ideal Red Guard build looks like.
On a new day, you can get a dice back. Yes, yeah, that's right. I have an adventure rest step. I want this one. Okay. So we're going to go to quest step B16 at the end of any day. This might be so bad. You complete the deeds assigned to you, but when you arrive at the rendezvous point relayed to you by Gum, you're shocked to see that the Brotherhood emissary sent to meet with you has been killed. Another body he managed to take with him is still on the scene, clad in a strange gray robe you can't quite place. Clearly, whoever contacted the Brotherhood for this job is tying off loose ends, not content to trust the Guild's discretion. You search the other body for clues and find correspondence linking the robed figure to a wood elf with deep pockets. I know one who matches that description, Deslandra. You resolve to track the Brotherhood's double-crossers, although your mission is considerably more difficult in the wake of the trouble you've been causing within High Rock's various governments.
Wait, Gum's dead?
Gum died.
No!
Gum died. And I'm technically on a new day. I can't get a dice back. It is at the end of the previous day. So, Adventures rest up at end of day. New day phase ahead of movement. Right. Blam. All the enemies return to the bag. This card is no longer removing enemy effects. So, quest objective. Okay, sick. Love it. Travel to any conflict landmark. I can do that. Any is good. Travel to any conflict landmark and initiate the following clash using the end of session difficulty EP, which I believe is 16 for a single player. Again, in the rulebook. I should have written that down. If anyone knows off the top of their head, let me know. But I believe it's 16. Add quest unit Anchorite Deslander to the enemy pool and deploy her first. Before deploying the remaining enemies, resolve the modification matching the current unrest level. If it's peaceful, I get to decrease the calculated enemy pool by party size. Tense, increase by party size. Dangerous, when calculating enemy pool, temporarily add party size to the base difficulty XP. It's very funny because I am one player, so most of these are just going to do vaguely the same thing. Chaotic, which is what we're currently sitting at. Add quest unit Xeric to the enemy pool and deploy him second. Woof. Okay. So I might want to try to do anything before doing this final fight, just to try and get it below chaotic. I don't want to add Xeric to the enemy pool. Okay. So what do I do? It's day 11. On a new... Okay. Day 11. And right now I will say, if you haven't already, fill out the giveaway form. It's right below in the description of this video, and we'll be doing a drawing for an item. Maybe you want to create that poll now, Carter. We'll be either drawing for, let's say, for 5 copies of 20 Strong base game, or Hoplomachus Remastered plus expansion, or Victorum plus expansion. Those are the 3 options. Carter can put a poll together as you Victorum, Remastered, or 20 Strong X5.
Say that again?
20 Strong X5. That would be 5 recipients of the giveaway, not 5 copies to 1 person. Or single copy of Remastered plus expansion. It would be specifically the Remastered expansion, not the whole set. So it would be Remastered plus Wake, Victorum plus Ruin, or 20 Strong base game X5.
So 20 Strong 5 times.
Yep.
Hoplomachus Remastered plus...
You don't have to include the expansion name. I would just do Remastered, Victorum, 20 Strong X5. I don't know. You just gotta do it. All the CTG stuff so good. That's why. But yeah, fill out the form below. We'll be putting up a poll in a sec. Make sure to vote on what you would like the poll to give away. Again, this will be 5 separate winners for 20 Strong, if that is the winner here. Hoplo Remastered would be 1. Hoplo Victorum plus expansion would be 1 winner. Make your voices heard. Hello, Salem. We are doing Dark Brotherhood in High Rock. So we are doing an assassination quest as our peaceful person here. Yes. I would make the argument, though, that I just left some poisoned chicken sitting around. I didn't actually kill anyone. It just so happens that the right person ate the poisoned chicken. And then I just set a town on fire. I didn't intend to kill the target. They just happened to perish in the fire. It's not my fault. I didn't do anything. I'm a pacifist. The only person I beat up was Big Bad Basri, which was a peaceable fight. So fill out the giveaway form below. Additionally, Roth campaign late pledges are closing tomorrow. If you want to get Roth at the lowest price you'll ever see it, especially the metal tokens. Those are going to be going up. Check out that campaign. If you like what you see, back it today or tomorrow for the best price out there. Goodbye, Salem. Have a good one. Have a good time in Canada. I'm doxing you. Everyone knows what country you're in now.
Yeah, the
really small country of Canada. Additionally, if you want to play this game, if you're on the fence, it will be in the Hot Games room at Dice Tower West if you happen to be going. Check it out there. It's a great place to get your hands on it. Take a peek at it. Resolve any last-minute worries you have before pre-ordering the game, which you can do on our website. Link is below. Which campaign? Roth campaign. That's the late pledge that's closing tomorrow. Dragons of Etchinstone campaign. That's the one that's beginning on April 8th. Make sure to follow that campaign if you want to see it when it starts, get reminded, all that good stuff. We're working on a trailer for it. I'll be working on tutorials for it. It's looking great. It's a good game, and I'm sure our version's going to look so good. Is that all my things? All my reminders? I think so. Do the giveaway form. We'll close the form when I enter into the final quest step. And then we'll do the drawing after that. Yeah, no, this game's very good. Tanglewood PM close date. I don't know. Not for a while. Do you know, Carter? Sounds like no.
I don't even think we've announced a date yet. We usually do it like a month ahead of time.
Yeah, we usually do it a month of ahead of when we think we can start fulfillment-ish. So it's just, a production thing. So just keep an eye on the updates. We'll definitely announce in the updates when it's closing. So Roth fulfillment date soon, hopefully. We're hoping that manufacturing's going along good. I am not at Gamma. The leadership team is. I believe they are probably talking to the manufacturing folks on that one at Gamma at some point, so they will have the best idea of it in the update. Honestly, I think the update is probably a great place to check right now. It might have more information. I didn't get a chance to read it as it was posted today, I believe.
Yep.
I had a chance to look at the new metal tokens.
It was last night, I think.
Yeah, late last night, I believe. So if you want to look at those tokens, get the most up-to-date on when fulfillment's happening. That's probably information that's in there. Couldn't tell you, I haven't read it. But shouldn't be too long, I don't think. All right, so we are on day 11. I think we're going to do one more thing to try and hopefully get unrest to go down. We have not seen that dang old egg symbol a single time. It has to be in there. So let's just cross our fingers and we'll go do another peaceful. Because we're peaceful, we're not gonna. Do we want to do an unstable though? I'm at 1 tenacity. I'm so used to being at 5. Let's do an unstable. Insane. Absolutely insane. Yeah. Peaceful is a 2 out of 6.
Wow.
Yeah, 1/3 chance for peaceful. Feats of strength. You stop, halted by the barker of a roving carnival, a toothless orc whose dingy appearance cannot suppress an inexplicable charm. Before you know it, you find yourself lining up at an even dingier booth, unslinging your weapons and preparing to test your strength at a possibly rigged game of skill. I am not great at trying my might. So let's see. Try your might. Each adventurer may roll any number of their available combat skill dice, with the goal of rolling the most damage possible. Each adventurer who rolls 4 or more damage gains 2 bonus XP. Unstable, the combat skill dice will be drained. Oh boy. Your words prove your strength, not your might. Make a social check. Party size times 3.
You can do that.
If successful, treat this encounter's reward as bonus XP, and each adventurer may draw 1 legendary item. If unsuccessful, each adventurer gains 2 life fatigue. I definitely... Oh, I only have 2 available combat skills, so I'd have to roll 2 on both. Absolutely not. No way. I'm going to talk to them. What talking dice to use, though? Should I use 3? That's the real question. Speech. So I want to use... I mean, 3 is a guarantee, because they don't have any misses. They all have at least 1 on them. But if I roll 2, I'll have 1 more. These only exhaust. Man. I don't want to use my 1 tenacity if it comes down to it. Let's leave that 1. Oh, this one. Okay, 4. So I get 1 bonus XP instead of regular XP. That's great. I also get to draw a legendary item. The Maelstrom Dagger. If you roll only combat skill dice for this engage, gain 2 tenacity. That's quite good, actually. So I will unready that bow. I will gain that dagger, and I can overtax it to ignore enemy skills. Oh, ignore enemy skills, elusive and stalwart on non-quest enemies for this engage. Okay. Oh, I didn't even see the best part of this. Egg. Or eye, whatever you want to call it. It's one of them. I will get to decrease unrest by 2 at the end of this day. 2, right? I believe it's 2. This is the first time I've seen it.
It's 2.
It's 2. I love it. I'll take your word. All right, 1 bonus XP coming up. I got my thing. I think that's it. These all exhaust. They don't drain. They only drain if you use them in combat. Speech is only exhausting outside of combat. It's draining inside combat. Oh man, I really want to do that top peaceful encounter because it's called Weird World. That Weird World. Another day though. And that is, if I did take that, I have worked my way through the entire peaceful deck. Which I guess just happens if you do 12 days. Okay, so that was the day. I don't track the XP because it was bonus. End of day, I already did. I decreased that. I'm going to increase the day counter. I am going to... I don't even know if I would spend that 1 XP. The only thing I buy is more health. Which might be a good idea. Yeah, it's probably a good idea. I'm such a weakling and I talk. Yeah, I will get to recover a die at the end of this day. I'm going to... These speech dice are only great if I have a bunch of them, so I don't feel the want to grab 1. I'm going to grab this illusion die back just to give myself longevity. I gained 2 tenacity because I did a unstable. This is all going swimmingly. Yes, spend my XP I shall. All right. So that is on to day 12. So again, yeah, this is a close poll. 38% on 20 strong X5. The other ones? 38 to 37. Interesting. Yeah, cast your votes and fill out that giveaway form. I will leave the giveaway form open for this final encounter. We can close the poll and the giveaway form as soon as this wraps. but that's your timer. So if you're going to do the giveaway form, do it. It's in the description below. That's your last warning, though. And if you've been enjoying this and want us to do more giveaways, because we'll do more. If you like these videos more, if you subscribe to the channel grows bigger, we're more incentivized to do giveaways. Just saying, give the channel a follow. So going into day 12, I did the thing, went down to dangerous. I'm going to move to this conflict landmark because I have to. Travel to any conflict landmark, initiate the following clash. Using end of session difficulty EP, which is 16. Somebody confirmed. We're adding quest unit Anchorite Deslandra to the enemy pool and deploying her first. Before deploying the remaining enemies, we are resolving modification matching current unrest level. So we got out of chaotic, so we don't have to add Xeric to the fight, which is great. We are in dangerous, so when calculating enemy pool, temporarily add party size to the base difficulty XP value. So 16 is going up to 17, and then we're multiplying that by party count, so we're at 17 regardless. So 17 points worth of enemies are going to come in. So we're going to have Deslandra. We're going to have a single 10-point enemy, which we have drawn the Scamps. Probably my favorite art piece in the game. I love the Scamps. They have little hairy pants. They're very good. Get the art book for Elder Scrolls so that you can see what's going on there. We're drawing a 5, which is the Riker, a High Rock specific enemy. And we're drawing 2 1-point enemies. I've got the Orc Bandit and the Nord Bandit. Alright. And then we're going to populate as follows. This entrance tile is moving down here actually, so I will possibly move this up a teach. Let's see how that works. So Deslandra is going to end up here. Scamps, I'm going to be populating over there. Riker, to be over here. Orc Bandit, Nord Bandits, and then we've got a common cache and a legendary cache. Interesting layout. And then our Deslandra has 6 health. Dodge and Necromancy. Horrible. This might end. Necromancy is terrible. Gotta get games out before we can get playmats out, guys. I want you to play it on a blue mat so that other people can play their actual game. But they should be going out soon. Should be going out soon. Alright, Scamps. Oof. And Riker. Oh man. It wouldn't matter anyways if I still had that one thing active. So I'll go into what everyone's doing. Everyone seems terrible. Like, these are awful, awful things. Is there anything that makes this easier for me? No. Ooh. Huh. The speech build might be hard for me to do this one. But we'll see. We'll see. I also have a terrible cooldown. Oh, I should have got 1 die back. I did do that. Ooh. Let's see. Where do I want to deploy? I'm going to do my cooldown just so I remember. But I'm going to think about where I want to deploy my fellow. The Necromancy. So, who I've got in play? I've got Anchorite Deslandra. She is the big baddie for this fight. She has dodge, which is bad. Dodge says that if you roll non-damage dealing dice, the damage you deal to her is reduced by the amount of those you have rolled. Necromancy. For Necromancy, they, at the end of this unit's turn, deploy the top unit of the defeated stack to the closest unoccupied hex to this unit with party size HP. That's fine. 1 HP. That's better. This new enemy...
You don't physically defeat enemies, don't they not enter the defeated pool?
That's very true. For every enemy I don't defeat, they aren't going to enter a defeated pool. They return to the bag, which is funny. This new enemy does not take a turn this round. Important to note. The Scamps have Maim, so they will give me a Maim status. After this unit's engage, apply a Maim status to its target. That goes to my cooldown and will reduce damage from my combat skill dice by half rounded down. That stinks. Native for this region over here, again, is after this unit is defeated, all allied units heal for HP equal to the current unrest, which is 5. I don't like that at all. And then, let me see here.
Is it 5 or 2?
5, I think. See, HP equal to the current unrest. Yep. Let me just double check. Boop.
And that one combat encounter you had, I mean, it started with -3.
Yeah, that was a specific thing for that fight. Yeah, this is just they'll heal for unrest. So
Yikes.
healing for 5. If it is tied, it is not both. Because it might not technically be tied. It might only be tied visually. Any news on when the Somerset expansion will be released? Who knows? We are going to new regions in the new expansion. I know I can say that. I can't say what or how many, but I do have my race ability, which might be good to do. And my spell sword does let me double race abilities, or refresh any one adventurer's race ability, which is useful in this situation. So these Scamps have those effects. The Orc Bandit has aggressive, which means it will reroll misses once. The Riker also has aggressive. The Riker also has riposte 3, which means if you are adjacent to it, or I believe, is it within its range? Let's see. Each turn, the first time this unit is dealt damage by an adjacent. Yeah, so adjacent opposing unit deals that much damage back if it wasn't defeated. So if I attack him and don't defeat him, he will hit me back for 3, which is bad. I don't like that. This fella has steel. He's going to roll a 6-sided die before dealing damage to me. And if he rolls equal to or higher than my health, he will steal. That is the enemies. So, hot tip with... No, only in like percentage number. There might be secret percentages within percentages. I don't know how close it is. Anchorite does Landra. So, secret tip with Necromancy. You always want to clear out the enemy with Necromancy first, if given the chance. She is very far back there. So that's hard. Healing them for 1 is not horrible. How do we work? Combine the value of Persuasive Will dice, roll disengage. Choose an adjacent enemy with a level equal to or less than this value. This unit becomes a companion controlled by you. Alright. So I'm going to place my fella here. I think I'm using just my race ability out of the gate. I get rid of those 3 fatigue. And we're going to get 3 bonus HP. This might be terrible. It might be an awful, awful move. Oh man, maybe. Make sure to check the backs of all your game manuals to see if we're doing giveaways. I'm going to start doing like free x-ray glasses and stuff on the back of them. Let's see. So right now I have to yell at people adjacently if I want to recruit them to me. So I'm going to do that. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to run up here. I'm going to roll this die. Persuasive Will. I'm going to roll this die. And I'm going to roll this die. Roll these 3 dice. I could roll... No, I have to be in magic form. I can't roll anything else. That's my limit. That's my limit. Alright, so I've persuaded this fella to fight for me for 1 turn. Combine the values of all persuasive will dice roll disengaged. Choose an adjacent enemy with a level equal to or less than this value. This unit becomes a companion controlled by you. At the end of the round, this unit becomes an enemy again. So, really temporarily talking them into it. Let's see here. A little hand die is a unit in range, which I believe I'm going to plop it over here. Mesmerizing, no. Pacify. So place this die on a targetable non-quest enemy. The next time that enemy would engage, it skips its engage. Then exhaust this die and applies a dazed status die to that enemy. So it basically is going to skip its next 2 turns. It's going to be pretty cool. And then the Calm and Fury result. Place this die on a hex in range. Scamps. Scamps. When an enemy would target you, you may place yourself in this die's hex, swapping positions with any unit that may be occupying it. Then exhaust this die. The targeting unit now determines its target if possible. So I'm setting up a little warp trap within range. So the level 10 is going to activate and target me, and then I will use this. It's going to retarget from there. I can only place this in range. Oh, man. I want to get close to Deslandra. Oh, Deslandra's going to trigger first. Ugh. There. And this guy will check. He'll go. He can move up to 2. 1, 2, 3. Ugh. I also can't place it there, can I? No. I'll put myself right here. That's quite dangerous. Could do that. What do I want to do? What do I want to do? I want to avoid the scamps is what I really want to do. Put the symbol here. Scamps would move 1. Check for target. Oh, she can hit. Oh, scamps! I think I've got to go here, which blows. I'll put this Nord over there. Alright, I do need to desperately roll defense. So I will take a fatigue to switch to defensive form. I'm going to roll some defensive dice. A stream would probably be fine. We've done games in the bathtub with bones. Plays. Not well, but it's fine. The stickers don't come off. Alright. So it's the neoprene that you got to worry about. You got to make sure to not let it get soggy. Or dry it out as soon as you can. Okay, so that was my turn. Alright. Enemies will go now. Deslandra will go. She has a range of 5. She will target me. This will activate. That die will exhaust. And I will swap places with that unit. Deslandra can still target me, so that's not ideal. 1, 2, 3. And she will also target this Orc Bandit because it's my companion. She can target up to 2 things. So she's going to roll 3 attack dice. Please don't kill my friend, the Orc. That's so much damage. Okay. Orc is going to take 1, 2, 3. Oof. Orc's still alive. Orc's still alive. I take... So that was 4 damage. I take 2 to my shields, 2 to my bonus health, none to my real health. We're still good. That is her move. She doesn't move at all because she doesn't have to. Scamps don't have a target currently. They would like to hit the highest health. They're going to move forward 1. They now have a target. This old Orc Bandit. They might kill it. They are very likely to. They've done exactly 1 damage to the Orc Bandit and have defeated it. This Persuasive Will die was drained when I used it. Boop. Orc Bandit has been defeated. As the 10 point is activated, the 5 point will now activate. It is going to roll 3 attack dice against me. It will re-roll misses once. No, it's going to re-roll the misses once. No, 4 damage. 1, 2, 3 on top of damage to my bonus. Ah, beans. Okay. And then the Nord Bandit will go to take its turn. It will exhaust that instead of taking its turn, and then it will gain a daze status die. And on to round 2. Okay. What are we doing here? So I get my cooldown. It was helpful, certainly. The Riker is horrifying. I do desperately need to figure him out. How does riposte? Do I need to do damage? Yeah, okay, good. So he will only riposte if I actually deal damage to him, which I'm not a big... I don't do that. I don't like to hurt people. You know, hurt people hurt people. Even though they just hurt me. I don't want to do that to them. I do want to hurt Deslander though, because she's mean. She's a bad lady. So I can throw the Berserker's Medallion at her, which I think is kind of like my best option as the nerdlinger that I am. I need available warrior type skills to deal true damage to her. I can go up and whack her for 3 with the Berserker Medallion. That could be good. I might as well use it then if I'm going to do that. Sure. She's going to necromancy this coming turn if she's not defeated. Yikes. I could get really lucky on this speech die and talk this man out of fighting me, but I could also reduce his range and movement to 1. What happened to this? Did I drain a combat skill die for any reason so far in this fight? I should have 3. Let me know if that's wrong. I don't think I've drained any yet for anything I've done. Fairly sure. Let me see. Okay. I think I'm going to roll these 3 against this fella. I'm hoping for lucky, talk him out of fight entirely, which is a 1/3 on 2 dice. 1 in 9 chance, is that? Quest enemies are the white chip enemies. So Deslander is a quest enemy. She is the only one present in this fight. I need to be very mindful of my health. Beans. I think I need the lockpick. Oh, man. I'm going to drain a combat skill for this Hickory Ice Staff in magic form. Adding a status die to my roll. This is my design. Oh, that's so close to doing something. Do that, do that. So he is maimed. He has a range and movement of 1. These rolled 3, not quite enough. I wanted 4. So they're not doing nothing. So I'm just gonna exhaust them, not use their effects. I am going to spend 1 tenacity to recover a drained skill dice. Which one? Which one? Oh man. Combat skill. Oh boy. I'm going to 1, 2, 3. Pass over that. Get myself an item. And then since I know I'm going to do this anyways, I'll do this before anything. I know I'm going to take an extra turn after my current turn ends. Just in case I want to throw that in my pack. Nope. Oh, boy. Really gotta lockpick good. That's what we gotta do. That's 3 fatigue. That's fine. I'll do 3 fatigue. So turn to a 5, 5, 2. 3 fatigue. Get the thing. Quit giving me weapons. I want food. I'm so hungry. If you roll only a single combat skill die with no additional dice is engaged, set the result to 1 and treat it as dealing true damage. Actually, that's something. Huh. Interesting. That is something. I'm going to unready the Berserker's Medallion. And then we are going to... I'm adjacent to Dislandra. I know I'm taking an extra turn after this. I'm going to spend 2 tenacity, discard the Berserker's Medallion, throw it at her head. Pop. So I get to heal for 3, and I get to deal 3 damage to an adjacent enemy. She has 1 shield, so she takes 2. I gain 3, which is... that is within my health that I can gain. Alright. So I'm up to 6. This is discarded. I am very frightened. I end my turn, begin my extra turn, do my recovery. It's not looking great. 6 health seems really good until I look at what Dislandra does. So she's at 4 remaining. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ugh. Yikes. Okay. Roll only combat skill dice, so I can... I've used up all my tenacity. Oh no. That's truly the issue here, is the tenacity. I have run out of the tenacity. Roll only a single combat skill die with no additional dice disengaged. Set the result to 1 and treat it as dealing true damage. So I could do a true damage to Dislandra if I'm one-handed. I think that is probably the move. She's just gonna annihilate me, though. Oh no. Skips its turn. That doesn't. I'm gonna get 6 combat dice to the face. Oh, yeah. Okay. I will. All damage you deal disengages true damage. Oh. I could force myself to gain tenacity. I think that's correct. I'm gonna do an attack. One-handed.
Roll a single combat skill dice using the Maelstrom Dagger. If I roll only combat skill dice for this engage, gain 2 tenacity for that. Roll in 1. Hits her armor. Doesn't do anything, but it gives me 2 tenacity. Kind of good, maybe. Otherwise, I could recover that persuasive will die. Ugh. Feels terrible. I'm gonna move 3, I believe. I might just bite it here. That might just happen. So I'm moving my 3 to get over by the scamps. It's friendly scamps. I am going to. What is your other resolve? Do place this time 1 HP in unoccupied X range. Maybe before I do that, I'm gonna take a fatigue to roll this die. I think that's correct. Take a fatigue. Roll this. Okay, that's something. That's something. Your range is 3. That's so stupid. Why are you so good at shooting fireballs? Does that matter? That's the result I wanted. I don't think it even matters. Oh. Here? Does that do anything? As long as it's just gonna kill it. Yeah, I'm just gonna not have rolled that. There's no reason to have done it. Either result was not what I wanted there. Okay. I'm just gonna move. There. I'm trying to get to that legendary so I can throw it at Desandra again. That's my extra turn over. Desandra's turn starts. She resurrects the top enemy from the defeated pile. And an adjacent, I believe. Put the top unit to the closest unoccupied hex to this unit. Well, you can go there. With 1 HP, because that is my party size. She will now attack me for many. Oh no. So many damage. My lady, you gotta stop. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh. Yeah, I think the talkative Redguard has talked his last words. She does not move. All her stuff is triggered. Oh yeah, she's. Oh no, this is. I mean, the scamps have to whiff real bad, which they have not. They have killed the Redguard, who is I. That is the end. Oh boy. Because if they had rolled 2 misses, right? I take 1. Let's play it as though they had rolled 2 misses. We're just gonna see puzzle that, right? So they went their turn. This guy's moving in range of 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. We can send him this way.
Guild assist.
That is true. Guild assist. I mean, that's true. Yeah, that's death. So let's guild assist. I've actually never shown a guild assist, I don't think. So we won't get a keyword. We're gonna heal to full. 6. We recover. We fully clear our cooldown. We're guild assisting. I believe we recover all drain dice as well. I think it's just a full reset. Let me know if that's wrong, but I believe that is the case. Fully clear cooldown. This is not in a cooldown. That's on that guy. Then I draw a legendary item as well. The Scamp Crusher. I mean, there's scamps right there. Ignore all defense on enemies until the end of your turn is the overtax effect. Necromancer's Curse, I cursed the lady who was trying to help me out. Don't we remember this? I was very mean to her because I wanted to unrest to not... Or no, unrest went up from that.
Is it actually called the Scamp Crusher?
It is the Scamp Crusher. I will say in testing it crushed the scamps much more, but it was way too good. Way too good of an item. Ignore 1 defense on your target for each combat skill die rolled in this engage. That's still insane.
That's disgusting.
I don't think I'm readying it though. No, why am I? Rubidite Greatsword has been doing nothing for me. But I can gain 1 over fatigue to gain up to 5 tenacity. That's actually quite good. Oh, man. Scamp Crusher. Scamp Crusher goes in pack. I might regret that. Who knows? At the start of the turn, you get the over fatigue, then you take damage equal. Yes, correct. What about Necromancer's Curse? Did not do it. Okay. We also reset the round counter to 1. So, I mean, all I've done specifically in this fight is 3 damage to the level 1 enemy and 2 damage to Deslandra. So this is, even with the guild assist being used, we're not doing Sahat. I believe the enemies can finish taking their turns too, right? Or how do we, guild assist? I believe they finished taking their turns. Doesn't really matter much because this guy will move. So he wants to take this path. I get the choice. Nord Bandit will move, but since it's moved, it can't attack because it has days. It loses its days. Orc Bandit will now move. Or no, it doesn't. It was just Necromancer, so it skips its turn. And that's the round. So then round would increase. Cooldown, I don't have anything to cool down. I desperately need to blind the scams. That is the way out, is blinding. Blind status is the way I need to do it. Do you need to be present to win the giveaway? No. As long as your email is correct, I will follow up with an email if you have won. Fill that form out. The time is nigh, or very close, not exactly nigh. So I could up the likelihood of, yeah, so I'm gonna roll this. I'm gonna roll this. I'm gonna roll this. I'm gonna roll this. No, I'm draining this to add a status. This. I think that's everything. Yes. That's all I want to do. Yeah. Okay, so I've drained that so I can add a status die. Come on. Come on, man. I'm on day 12. Just used a guild assist. Oh, man. Okay, Bane's good. I wish I was next to something bigger. So you are mine, sir. You have been baned. You've also been dazed. Warp gate set up. Where do I want to set up? Here? You can move 1. 1, 2. Yeah, that seems fine. That's where I want to be. I've not done much here. Oh boy. I'm making my way over to Deslandra. I don't think it matters because I'm just going to warp away from her. So I'm going to use 1, 2, 3. What tree are the light pink dye? They are from Illusion. So I'm going to do this legendary lockpick. This die has been placed here. Illusion, a very cool class. It's very strange, or a very cool skill line. It's very strange. It's very good. None of these moved my cooldown. What a weird build I have done. Okay, I'll take a fatigue to turn that to a 5. We're locking in a 4. Roll 2. 3, okay. 6, come on. Okay, last roll. Not 1. That's fine. 2's fine. 2 fatigue to turn that into a 6 and get orange tincture. Automatically succeed at a lockpick check. Sick. Oh man. I mean, I'm gonna have it so I can throw it at Deslandra, which is why I did this anyways. So this is great. Actually. Oh, and actually, I want to get close to Deslandra. No. Yeah, I do. So I'm actually gonna have set that there. Because I was rolling that when I was here. Yeah, so that's still viable. Illusions, Michael. They're not tricks. I think I have to roll shields even though I don't want to. Can I take many hits? The scamps are going to skip their engage because of the daze thing. That thing can block up. I think I'm fine. I'm not going to roll any defense. I'm going to end my turn. Deslandra's going to go. She's going to target me. This triggers. And she's just going to move me there. That's fine. I'm next to her. I love that. I love that for me. She would necromance. There's no one dead. I'm bad at killing enemies. She's going to roll 3 attack dice. So she could just kill me, I guess. She could outright roll 3 2s. She's not. Great. Love it. I take 3. And that is her. She's done her thing. The scamps will go. They lose a health from their bane. They skip their engage because of this die. This die is exhausted and replaced with a daze. I believe it's exhausted. Let me make sure it doesn't drain. Exhaust this die. It's drained if it's the blind state. This one. Okay. So it is now dazed. That's its turn. Our level 5, movement of 1, range of 1. We'll move 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Boop. It's gonna move there. Interesting. Interesting. How much? You're 1 attack dice. You dingbat. You're not gonna do nothing and no one know how.
Convince him to join your side.
I mean, I could make him attack this Riker and get riposted for 3.
Also, Socrates deals mental damage to him.
Yeah.
You're worthless.
Okay, so the 5s have gone. 1s go. Oh, this would have gone during my companion turn. I'm all over the place, man. So this would actually be here. I forgot to take its turn. It wouldn't have changed any of this. Oh, it would, because this guy would attack him. So he'll roll 3 attack against him, because I want him there. Jeez, 4 damage.
Oh. Did you roll your companion first?
Yeah, he would have. The companion would attack here. Rolling 1 attack dice. Yeah, because if it deals damage at all, it gets riposted for 3, was the thinking there. Oh, and it would have taken half that damage, which was 4, so it would have taken 2. My goodness, I'm not tracking this well. So 2. He attacks here, does 1. He doesn't actually deal damage because he has 2 shield, but since he dealt any damage, he gets riposted for 3. That was my thinking when I did this. So now we've done all the enemy turns as well. Deslandra would have also attacked this fella. This is my companion. So it's dead. It's done so. But that would have been after her turn, so it doesn't matter. And it matters a little bit because the Orc Bandit can now attack me, I guess.
Does it get necromancy?
No. Deslandra would have been the one to kill it. And necromancy triggers at the start of the turn. Oh, the Orc Bandit does get to come in now, though, which is rough. I miscalculated based on turn stuff. Let's see, though. Down to 1. Could have been bad. All right. So, round 3. Cool down. Let's see. So I need Deslander to not be alive anymore. So anything we can do to make that happen. I am going to, right out of the gate, I'm going to spend a tenacity in my magic form. To discard a legendary item. I'm discarding this orange tincture. So I get to heal for 3. So I'm discarding. And since it's a legendary item, I get to deal 3 damage to an adjacent enemy. Zonda takes 2 because of her 1 shield. Okay, I can get through this now. If your owner else comes, ignore enemy skills elusive. This is such a bad use of all of this. So this has been discarded. I've not moved yet. I will move to one-handed. I will do my engage, which is how I move to one-handed. I'm rolling a singular combat skill die using my iron dagger. If I only roll a single combat skill die, I set its result to 1. It is considered true damage. 1 true damage to Deslander. I will take a second engage. This would go here. Take a second engage. I will roll a single combat skill die in one-handed. Set its result to 1. True damage to Deslander. Get out of here. Alright. Now I have to move, because otherwise that scamp is going to absolutely blast me. But I want to move in such a way that this fella doesn't get to me. So I think I move 1, 2, 3. That way the scamps, or no, their range is not, their range is too good for this effect. Ooh. So do I even want to move? Or do I want to take a second engage and roll 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? Oh. Huh. I can't use my meticulous disassembly again. My speech dice only care about their specific line. Yeah. So it's a 1 in 3 chance. I'd have to roll that on all 3 dice for it to do the thing I want it to do. Scamps are too strong for me to just hope. If I had 1 more tenacity, how could I do this? Recover 1 drain skill. Oh boy, I think this is such a dumb way to do this. Probably. I don't think it does it anyways. If I use this, I can recover 1 drain skill dice. I can do 1 true damage to scamps. Should bring them down to 5, which would make it slightly more likely I could talk them down. Oh, yeah. Spend my 1 tenacity, my 1 very important tenacity, recovering 1 drain skill die. Then I am going to do another engage in one-handed. Single die, 1 true damage. Another engage. Rolling all 3 presence dice. Hoping. Oh, not enough. I will talk this bandit out of it with that 1 die. I will not resolve these other fellers. Beans. Beans, beans. Oh, scamps. You scamps. Let's see, I think all I can do... I have not moved. I can't get out of the range of the scamps, though. Right? No, I'm too close to it. 1, 2, 3, yeah. Huh. Do I want to even move? That's because days. Let me just double check. This unit cannot roll dice on the same turn it moves, and it cannot move on the same turn it rolls dice. Scamps will not need to move to do the thing, which is a real true bummer. Really, truly. I'm going to move just so that I can get some mobility. And then we're just going to hope, I suppose. Hope the scamps don't get me. So I pass my turn. Scamps take a true damage from their bane. They roll 3 combat skills against me. They are giving me a maim. I don't like that either. All of my damage is dealt by combat skills. That's 3. I'm still alive. Kind of. No. Alright. This guy moves 1. I love this dork just sort of wandering around the battlefield. Okay, so we're on to round 4. I go in and out of feeling like I can do this one. I'm going to do a cooldown, of course. I'll get this back. This, I should have upped my magic stat. That is certainly a thing that is making this quite bad right now. You scoot down. Again, I would love to blind the scamps. That's truly ooly what I would like to do. I think I need to roll these. I'm at no health. Absolutely none, though. I either need tenacity, or I need to roll these and make the thing happen. I'm going to drain a combat skill dice to add a status effect die to this roll. Come on. We got this. Maim does not work on true damage. But also it's half rounded down, not half rounded up, so it would still do 1 damage on 1s. The Bane doesn't work. The Blind does, though, which is really good, actually. Yeah, that's actually great. The Bane... Yeah, I'll apply it. It just replaces it. I don't want to apply it to myself. I'm going to place this little guy, though, this little illusory wisp onto the board somewhere. It's so vital where this goes is the thing. So he is now blinded. So this die face, place this die on a target non-cost enemy. The next time that enemy would engage, it skips its engage, then drain this die and apply a blind status die. So that's going to go there. Who do you care about the strongest? So if I put you here, you're going to move here because it's 2 spaces to me. Okay, I'm going to put it here because this is going to make him skip his engage. I'm going to run around behind the scamps. I'm going to pass my turn. This actually feels great now. Oh, it would have lost its days last turn as well. So my turn ends. Scamp turn begins. They lose a health. They skip their engage because of this, and then they become blinded. This die is drained. Next, this fella will take his turn. He can't get to me. There is this fella, though, so he's going to move up. He is going to roll 3 attack dice. I assume he's going to kill it. He does kill it. His damage is halved, but he does still do a damage. So this is exhausted, I believe. Let me just double check. Places one. This die is removed. Exhausted. Perfect. Okay, and then we are back to me, round 5. I'm close to losing to fatigue here as well, which is the other secret silent killer. I think so I recover 3. I'm in runaway mode now, as all good pacifists should know how to do is running. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm doubling my movement this turn because I'm not going to roll any dice. Very risky because I'm at 1 health. But I think it's fine. It is fine. Okay, I passed my turn. The scamps are blind. They take 1 bane damage. They attack the strongest adjacent unit with 3 dice. They apply maim to it. It already has 1. Scamps deal 3. They're actually going to just... Are they going to just die? No. They deal 3. He has 2 shields, so he takes 1. And then he riposts back for 3. They have 2 shields, so they take 1. I do have to eventually kill this last guy, though, is the thing. So he's going to take his turn now. He wants to come after me, so he's going to move 1, because his movement is 1, because of that effect. Then we're into... Oh, yeah, I needed to do more than that on my turn. I died of fatigue. Well, that was dumb. So we have entered fatigue round. I gain an over fatigue and then take damage equal to my over fatigues. Whoops. Oh, I can't even roll that back, I don't think. Yeah, because I had no life gain. So I didn't play it wrong. I guess I could have rolled this to try and roll a miss, which I didn't, so we're good. We done. Speech hard. I should have walked up and talked to somebody.
All right. I'd like to end the poll.
End the poll.
Get your votes in the next 10 seconds, otherwise they're not
Yeah,
gonna count.
finish filling out your form in the next 10 seconds. Because I will also close that. That is speech. It's very funny. This certainly would have been a lot better in a party. Me being able to run in and talk somebody out of fighting mid-battle versus only battle.
All right.
It's pretty good, though. What are we giving away?
The poll result is a copy of Hoplomachus Victorum plus Pandora's Box.
Expansion. Nice. Could you have used the Shiv with 1 true damage? I could have used the Shiv with 1 true damage, but I don't know if that would have changed any. Like, the scamps would be dead now in hindsight, but this guy's still there, so the fight would not have ended. Basically, what's killing me is the round counter, not the enemies. I mean, I also could have not recovered drained skill dice and instead used that 1 tenacity to use meticulous disassembly at a different point to gain 3 health again. But I sort of took all that damage at once, so I wasn't thinking about it at the time. Yeah, it was very close, honestly, for this, what I would call very humorous build. Yeah, no, I definitely should have taken authority there. Yeah, exactly. But yeah. So we're giving away a copy of Hoplomachus Victorum plus expansion. I am going to close the form. If you are filling it out, please finish that in the next few seconds here. I'm going to give it an old refresh. We are going to...
Is it Ruin or Wake?
Wake is for remastered. You can think of it because wake gives off water. You know, boats have a wake. Remastered adds boats. Ruin, there's a bunch of new guys ruining the world, and Pandora might join the battle. Might is kind of the in-between one, so what we are giving away in this is going to be Ruin plus Victorum. And I've lost my page. Alright. You need authority to generate. Ideally, you'd have to use 1 tenacity ability 3 times for 3 tenacity. Yeah, that'd be wonderful. I think that is way too busted if I could do that, though. There's a reason there's a cap on your class abilities. Any suggestions on builds? Don't do this one, certainly, for your first time. Or in a party. This is honestly a fine build if it was a 4-player game and I was a piece of the puzzle and not the only one. But my suggestions on build are certainly start with a damage dealing line, such as bow, one-handed shield, two-handed, destruction staff. I believe there's another one. I can't think of it right now. Must not be my favorite. But start with one of those, certainly. Damage dealing is important, as you saw. This is a good example. This was an example game to teach you to take damage dealing lines and not speech. You can get speech later. If there is any update on the Polish version, you'll find it in the updates for the game itself. I don't have anything beyond what was said in the last update that talked about translations. I started a scout with illusion and light armor. We are 4 players. I think that's fine. Illusion, as you see there, is really powerful. The reason I was alive is because of illusion, certainly, because it was just distracting things off of me. I think illusion might be a line you'd want to go to if you have a little more experience in the game. So just be mindful about how things are worded and how to distract enemies is kind of the only thing. Targeting is really important with illusion. I think I closed the form. We have many responses. Thanks so much for submitting a response. I will do, yes, we have closed the form. Again, if you like streams like this and want us to do more of them, if you want to do more giveaways, blah, 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 subscribe to the channel, give this stream a like. Make sure to let your friends know if they might be into something like this. Creating a new spreadsheet. So we have landed on Victorum. I believe at least one person in the chat said that if they are the winner of Victorum, that we can do the 20 strongs instead. I think that was said. Maybe I'm making that up. If I win, can I choose the 20 strong? I already have all the expansion for Hoplo. Yeah, no, I'm sure chat would love for you to choose that if you were the winner. Could you have used the ship with 1 damage and authority? I think I have gotten. Oh, so any suggestions with builds? You know, I'd say play the jailbreak scenario. It helps you out. It kind of filters you into the things that you're interested in as well. So if you are like, I love lockpicking, the game will be like, oh, you like lockpicking, check that out. If you're someone that's generating a lot of fatigue, I'd say to look into skill lines that care about your cooldown, because you'll be having a bigger cooldown often. And other stuff like that. Just try to think of synergies. There's a lot of them in the game. It is intentionally designed that way. Some things may feel broken, but sometimes the pile of enemies you'll get feels broken. This felt very hard as the pile up here. Had I not gotten scamps, I think. Had I gotten, let's say, High Elf, I mean, that's much worse. High Elf Necromancer would be worse. Is there one that I feel like I could have, I don't think I could have gotten Giant Bat. Maybe Scamps was fine, actually. Nord Swordmaster. Think I could have done it if Nord Swordmaster was there. Less range. The range is what really got me in that fight. Do you plan on having an official online character builder to try builds? I don't think so. I mean, I think if you're wanting to try builds, you can just do that in person. I think it's so much less fun to like pre-game builds than to just be trying to muck around with like what you end up with as you go along. that I think like an online builder would really take away from that, which is, I don't know, something you got to consider. Certainly, I like playing Magic in person, but I'd play it online even though it's worse, just because it's much easier. Also, we don't really have a developer for that kind of stuff, so that's another short answer. All right, so let's get to drawing. We are drawing for Victorum plus expansion. Let's see here. We have a very long list, so we have it numbered, and we are going to do a randomized number draw. All right. Folks in the chat, hit me with what if not a builder but archive or something user contributed. What I will say is, like, I honestly don't think the skill line sheets / class sheets / race sheets, maybe race sheets, in their entirety will be posted online. I think there is enough of, like, there's too much stuff on them, you know? Like, I don't know how much of it is like we wouldn't want to just post all of the work that went into the game freely online, but I might be thinking into that too much, and that might not be a factor at all. So let's see. Okay, I can give my range to the randomizer. I will pull this computer in so I'm not awkwardly doing this. Oh yeah. Also, feel free to hit me with any wrap-up questions at this time. We will be wrapping up shortly after doing this. I'll have a little time to sit with you, but that's going to be pretty close to the end of it. And remember, Roth late pledges close tomorrow. Important. If you want to get it for the lowest price and the earliest, if you want to get the game earlier than other folks will. Pre-orders will start going up when that's in fulfillment, but if you want to late pledge it, tomorrow is the deadline. The metal troops, I know specifically, will be going up in price substantially because they are much more expensive to produce than initially thought. So if you want to lock in the price they are currently sitting at, make sure to pick them up in the late pledges. They're quite cool. You can look at them in the latest update on the campaign page. Other than that, if you liked what you saw here, you want to pick up a copy yourself, you can pre-order it over on our website. The link is in the description below. If you still haven't made up your mind and you happen to be attending Dice Tower West next weekend, I will be there. Come say hi. But also this game will be there in the Hot Games room, so make sure to check it out there. So we have pulled up the randomizer here. How many times should we hit the randomizer button? 3. How big is the Roth art book? It's like this-ish. This is a little smaller than a record, but a little bigger than an LP. I realize that reference point that I made with my hand is only useful if you know the size of my head. I don't have a small head, so we're hitting it 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. I have been given a number, and that number corresponds to, let's see, looks like we have our winner, who is Ricardo, who would like to see us do a Q&A in our next stream. That's not necessarily what we're going to do. I'm going to check what the major one was, but congratulations, Ricardo. You have won yourself a copy of Victorum plus Ruin. Congratulations. And does hair count towards head size? I would hope so. Congratulations, it's me. El Meeple Zombie. It's a good name. Congratulations. You will be getting a copy of Victorum plus Ruin. I said Ruin. Yes, that's the one. It's good. It's a good expansion. It adds this weird little box that has this weird little gourd man on it. You can check out our last live stream where we showed you how to put the expansion into the box. It all fits in there. I was very skeptical of this fact, but it does. Which of the saves could be done other than end of session, as my group doesn't have enough time for complete sessions? We're looking into it. I mean, honestly, you can put stuff in your like save trays for end of session, and you can always just take pictures. You know, pictures are always going to be what you're going to have to do mid session, anyways. So just taking a picture of like what your tenacity. The only things that aren't going to be tracked that in mid session that would be tracked at end of game are tenacity and battle form. And battle form doesn't really matter between session or mid session, anyways, because you set it during battle.
You also have to track your encounter deck.
Yeah, track your encounter deck, track your map positioning. It's just pictures. It's lots of, fiddly placement stuff. So if you're not too precious about it, you can do it pretty easily. How do you sign up for the raffle? Unfortunately, you don't for this one. This one has just closed, and we just drew the winner. For future ones, there will always be a link in the description below. We will post about it on our socials if you would like to get entered into those raffles, which we'll likely do another one soon. But again, if you want to be alerted for live streams, any of this stuff, like this one, if you want to promote it, subscribe to the channel. The bigger the channel grows, if we hit milestones, we're likely to want to celebrate that. So if you want to make us hit milestones, size-wise, give the channel a subscribe. It costs nothing. Nothing. Turn all your notifications on. This guy's coming in.
Hello, it's me. If you guys enjoy the layout of the stream and like all the camera stuff, and you have feedback, whether you like it or don't like it, or if you have suggestions for future streams, drop it in the chat or on our Discord. We appreciate that kind of stuff. Thank you.
Yeah. Just wish the trays were designed to hold complete character sheets. I'm not sure how they're not designed to hold complete character sheets. Can you update me? I know they're not designed to hold it mid-session, because that's just not what they're designed for, but they should hold everything. Like all your items can go under your sheet. Layout good. Layout great.
Yes.
If you hate the layout and you just don't want to say it in chat because you're nervous, you can comment on the video later. Don't do that. There's no reason. That's why the adventure books were made. Yeah, if you really want to keep stuff, separated in their own little thing, the adventure folios are a great way to do that. But everything does fit into the character sheets. I could pack this one up right now and show if you'd like. I don't, but yeah. Mid-session it's not going to work as much because there's just a lot of things to track. And that really changes based on quest, based on region, based on a bunch of myriad other things. So I think that one's just going to be a lot of pictures, a lot of notes, if you want to do mid-session. Where you swap between cameras or can change when you do stuff off camera. Does it make sense? I think so. You have off-screen people on microphone. Yes, that is something we have planned, certainly. Day and experience counter. Yeah, that's a good idea.
I can work something.
Yeah, that wouldn't even necessarily be a camera. That could just be.
That's not good.
Perfect. All right. Did you say that different colored folios aren't available for individual purpose? I bought 2 and they're the same color. Yeah, if you buy the individual ones, they're going to be the same color. That's just a SKU issue. There is one available at the individual SKU, and then the 4 come in the 4-pack. It's an inventory nightmare to make individual ones available because inevitably there is a favorite color, and then we are left with a bunch of moldering copies of one that is less favorited, which is just we don't have the stock space for it. Thanks for the live play. I'm waiting for my copy of Elder Scrolls. My 20-strong Tanglewoods expansion is just signed for Roth and now Hoplomachus. Yep. Very exciting stuff. We have so much stuff coming out this year, too. If you are at Dice Tower West, make sure to say hello to me. I may have a game there that has not been announced yet. You may be able to see it because I don't have a way to hide it. So come find me and I'll show you that game. Also, we will not have a live stream next week because I will be at Dice Tower West. So come find me if you want the live stream, I guess. We will be back the following week for a live stream. My assumption is a Q&A, but if something vastly won out in what people would like to see next, I'll go with that. Can you put the day and XP counter on above the player mat? Thank you, CTG. Thank you. Dragons of Ash and Stone campaign coming up soon. Make sure to follow that campaign. It's on April 8th is when that will launch. It's very cool. I played the game the other day. I have seen the redesigns on the cards. They're very slick. Very cool stuff. No, that's a bummer. That's a bummer. I would not want to go to a convention with a broken foot. I walk around a lot at conventions, and that would be terrible. I feel the pain. I'm sorry. I think that is wrapped up. I will follow up with Ricardo. Congratulations once more about that game. If anyone has any last second questions, I can tackle them, but I think... Where's my post-it? Can I talk about all this stuff? Like and subscribe. Where is it? No, it is. I used it as a bookmark. Ah, yes. End of the stream is... I mean, I always forget to mention this until the end anyways. Timestamps will go in at some point. I mean, this one's probably just going to be one big one. I'm not going to go granular with it. Thieves' Trove is included in the base game. The base game that you will receive if you pre-order now is the same as the one from the campaign. No differences at all. We don't really do that. Sometimes there'll be bonuses, but we'll always make them available. Can't you do a second campaign now? No, absolutely not. This was not so soon. This was hours for us. All right, like and subscribe. Make sure to do that. We love that. Helps us. Lets us know that this is a good idea, the investment we've made in this channel. If you'd like to see future giveaways, definitely be doing them at milestones for the channel size. But in general, we just try to like to do them. Keep an eye on the descriptions in our live streams. Keep an eye. We'll always mention it. Follow our other social channels as well, our Twitter, our Discord. Discord's a huge, great place to go if you want to learn all the stuff about us. Blue Sky, Facebook, Instagram. Check them all out. We will mention our live streams in those. We'll talk about other stuff in those as well. And I think that is it. Roth campaign closes tomorrow. Make sure to check it out if you are interested in Roth at all. Thanks again for tuning in. Have yourself a good one. We'll see you in 2 weeks or a little less. Who knows? Goodbye.
Bye-bye.